It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's time for the children and loving and living and living with cheer. Bitches.
It's the most fucked up time of the year. Yeah, bitches.
It is fucking nothing sacred for the weekend of the 28th of November.
Yes.
2015.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I am Cruise Control.
So, I thought we were going to start with our music too, but that's cool, man.
Oh, no, I didn't. Because the music, I don't want to use that too much because that's this actual song that's coming up. So I figured I'd use that. That's better music anyways this time.
I see. Black Friday sounds. Is that what that's supposed to be?
Black Friday, man. Hey, that's racist, man. What you trying to say? Black Friday.
There is a video trying to say that, dude. Some stupid shit.
Because people are stupid and don't realize what it means to... Okay, does anybody... Let's just start up very quickly before we go any further. People who think that Black Friday has to do with black people and it's a stereotype of black people and la 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 la. No. Black Friday is very dumb. I mean, it's very not very in that way. If you're very dumb if you think that. Black Friday is very simple. Black Friday is when the companies go from red
to black,
which means
it's
they go
from
in debt to being over. This is the part of the year where they actually make their most money. So they break even or go over even. Hopefully, or if they're already in the black rate, but it's still Black Friday. It's not Black Friday, man.
Man, they call it Black Friday. Why can't it be White Friday? Why can't it be Red Friday?
Why can't it be fucking Purple Friday, man, motherfucker?
Oh, because we racist. Which, by the way, we get called racist, don't you?
Oh, by what's it said, right?
By our troll, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what, though? I gotta say something, man. I gotta say, I'm ecstatic. We're getting some hate mail. It's good.
Well, that's what happens when people... You know what I find is funny? Mr. Man out there, I think his name is, I don't know, Alex, is that? Whatever.
Alex, yeah.
Is that he goes, you're anti-Mexican racist fuck, and it's like, okay, so you don't care about any of the other things we said. You just focus on the anti-Mexican stuff, so what does that make you?
Well,
you don't give a shit about anything else we said.
Well, later he started jumping on me for being, but you also said shit about Arabs and about black people too.
Oh, good. I didn't pay attention. I didn't read that much because he's a troll too much. So what? Yeah.
Well, you know what though? Like I said, I mean, no disrespect to Jerkman, but here it was 8 years I did the show where I paid for it and I wanted hate mail, never got it. Now we do the show for free and we're getting some hate mail like we've always wanted.
No, what you've always wanted. See, I don't give a shit either way. I mean, I don't want hate mail. It's my objective is not to make people upset. My objective is to make people think. And Alex or whoever out there, yes, we made fun of Mexicans. We made fun of Arabs. We made fun of black people. We made fun of gay people. We made fun of retards. We made fun of white people, men, women, rednecks, stoners. Guess what that means? We aren't racist at all because we make fun of everybody. It's all making fun of the stereotype. We don't focus on one, we focus on everyone.
Well, it's funny because I watched some of his videos, dude, and everything's about bestiality and gaiety, and it's like, oh, dude, well, so...
There's nothing wrong with that, man. Go for it, dude. You live like you live. Be who you are, man, all right?
Well, that's it.
And continue to write your diatribes on our posts because that means that someone's writing there, so maybe someone else will look at that and go, oh, someone's writing there, and they'll listen and read and watch and be as offended as you if they want to be, or realize what we're getting at in another way. Right, people need to lighten the fuck up and learn to make fun of the stereotypes. Learn that's how you get past them. Because that's what happens when you make fun of stuff. You don't take it too seriously.
That's all in fun.
Yes.
But, that was the other thing, too. He said, okay, let's get this straight. Cruise Control and I aren't trying to get a radio deal. We just enjoy doing this. Yep. This is just fun for us.
And normally responding to trolls is ridiculous, but the great thing about this guy is he lays the platter out for us.
Oh, yeah.
In other words, he allows us to express ideas that we might not say.
Yeah.
So that we're clear about what. So this is probably the show that people should listen to go, why are these people so talking? Because we're telling you.
Yeah.
We don't want a radio show. We're having fun.
Yeah, we're just enjoying ourselves. This is our ability. This is giving us our ability to say what we want to say, without having someone up our ass telling us that we can't say this and we can't say that and blah 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 blah. So that's why we don't want all that extra dumb bullshit.
Yeah. I do have to ask you a question though. When you mentioned this before about the Man, I need to keep this up this high. I think because I'm just sitting here just before I'd lean forward and oh yeah, it's a little bit too much. But how is it now, man? It's been a month, dude, since an 8-year show, an 8-year run. You know, how are you doing, man? How are you feeling? Do you feel like something's hollow and inside?
No, I feel good, man. I'm like, it's almost like shit. Why did I do this earlier? You know, yeah. And again, no disrespect to Jerkman. It was just, you know, after a while, I was just like, man, dude, this is what needed to happen.
You realize it was more about you than about anybody else, and that was kind of something that had to happen. And why do you feel that way, though, man? I mean, why do you feel?
Why do I feel that it's great? Well, number one, I mean, we're obviously getting hits to our videos. You know, you can see that. We're getting people commenting on our videos. You can see that. And actually, dude, here's another thing that somebody had pointed out to me, man. And I was like, whoa, dude, I think maybe we were kind of holding Jerkman back a little bit. Because, you know, maybe he wanted to take his business to the next level. And with a show like ours, he couldn't really do that.
Maybe. I think that's what, because I've seen things on his posts where some things are happening in ways that he's in different ways now.
That's what I'm saying. He's been doing stuff that he hadn't done before.
So it probably worked out best for everybody because it was something that needed to happen, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what's funny, though, too, and when they mentioned this to me, I was like, because Jerkman seemed almost happy the night that I dropped my show. You know, which I was really surprised. I was like, oh, fuck, he's going to be so mad. He's going to be so fucked. But he was like, oh, you're dropping your show, huh? And he just didn't seem, he actually seemed kind of elated.
Like I said, relieved. It's like a relationship, man. And now you guys can, like I said, he can come on our show whenever he wants to, and we can rip on his fucking melodramatic shit without feeling bad about it because it's melodramatic shit, you know?
Right, and he knows it's all in fun. Well, actually,
it's not all in fun, but it's also shit, man. God damn. I'm saying, go ahead, though.
Well, I was just going to say, and this kind of leads into the whole holiday thing. I'm actually going to see him tomorrow, man, because you know how he's doing the thing for the homeless?
Yeah.
Well, just to spare you the story, my stepmom went fucking crazy. And, dude, I've got a shitload of, I've got 4 turkey fucking dinners in my refrigerator.
Really?
Like big-ass, made turkey dinners, you know.
Are we talking everything on one plate?
Pretty much, there's stuff. It's all in a container, like not really a Tupperware, but you know what I'm saying, like those plastic.
So like 4 different ones.
There's 4 of them. Plus, there's shredded turkey. You know, like I could have for sandwiches and shit. And I guess where they went to the country club or something. And
the fuck, did she go to the buffet line and just start piling shit on, or what?
No, I think you can order extra meals or something.
So what? She ordered you 4?
Yeah, dude, I got 4 of them there. And plus, I've got these bags of shredded turkey, so it's a shitload of turkey. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, even I can't eat all that, you know.
Damn, you got a reputation though, man. She's like, oh, that'll be 2 days worth of food.
Yeah, because she was like, well, because I was like, I can't eat all that in a week, and she was like, well, you know what you don't eat, just throw it away. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw away that food.
That's what you do. I'm sorry, that's terrible.
I know. Isn't that so wasteful?
That's terrible. I'll just throw
very casual and calm.
Because you're not gonna eat. You're not gonna make sandwiches and eat it in I'm gonna get home and have myself a circus sandwich.
No, hell no.
You don't have fucking mayo in your fridge probably.
No, I don't.
No, you don't have anything where you just make a turkey and fucking bread sandwich. You don't even have bread, do you?
No, I don't.
The fucking just eat some shredded turkey out of a bag like a fucking
go sit here and munch on some turkey
like a carnivore horse.
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
Munch that shit
so
up.
What I did is I told Jerkman, I said, hey man, I got all this extra turkey that I'm not gonna fucking eat. You know, I'm gonna keep a little bit of it, obviously, but I said, a lot of it's just gonna go to waste. Why don't you take this and give this to the homeless people that you work with? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're supposed to come over tomorrow and pick up the turkey I'm going to give them. So, it's kind of my way, I guess. I mean, not that I'm trying to get Jesus points, you know that, man. But I'm just like, hey, I got extra. What the fuck? Why let it go to waste? You know what I'm saying?
You're just a good person, Seriously.
I'm doing my holiday. Well, that's, and it's kind of what Jerkman was talking about in his video. The people that always do these holiday fucking good deeds all of a sudden, Well,
yeah. And so basically, it's like he's not. He was very bitter, from what I could tell, a little bit. I mean, I can try to let me bring some shit up, and we'll actually see. We'll just bring it up and we'll play a little bit of it. Nothing in bad taste or anything. Just
no. But there was something he said about karma, which was interesting.
Okay, do you know what part of that was in the beginning or end or?
I think it was sort of leading up to this, actually, as you were playing with it earlier. I don't know if it's parked where you left it, but
It's probably not parked where I left it. I actually dropped
does
it.
it restart? Because sometimes videos will, I don't know.
On YouTube
Kinda-
they will, but not on Facebook. He doesn't do his on. He does it on Facebook. So
Yeah, I wish you'd put them on his YouTube.
all right,
man.
so here we go. Let's just
Every
listen.
time I start this up now, I actually put my hands behind my back and do that. Maybe it's just something that's going to be a norm for me. Anymore.
All right,
I
you
don't
sound
know.
like, dude, too many. How many cigarettes did you have before this shit?
It's Thanksgiving Day. Of course, I needed to pop in and do a rant.
A rant. Video
I had
rant.
somebody a little while back say, they asked me
Here goes. Cigarette.
if I was thankful for anything.
Come on, dude, that's a little bit over dramatic, dude. All right, let's pause for a second. It's like he goes.
We kind of threw the lighter
The
down.
thing drops, and then he drops, and he goes. Sorry, Jerkman, man. That was. I had to talk. Okay, so let's go a little further here. Let's.
You said something about karma, dude. They kind of got me.
Okay,
a
hold
little
on,
bit.
let's see.
"Hmm,
I was like,
Doing that throughout the week, and when we go into church, we go with a clear conscience. If you're going to church, if you believe in God, or you believe in anything. Some people don't. You don't. That's up to you. I'm all right with that.
Good for
Doesn't
you.
make you any
Good.
less of a person to me. Means you're a person with an opinion. I like opinions.
Okay, great. Now he puts his glasses on. Okay, so let's go a little further here. Is
Yeah.
it more in the middle?
So
it's kind of around this area, I think.
you'd be thankful for your family around you, maybe good health. I'm thankful. I'm thankful I'm still around at times. There's times I wanted to exit.
You're still around at times, or are you still around?
He goes
And
once in a
mind
while.
being
Huh?
sick, I kind of embraced it and looked at it like, hey, it's the end for me. But do I really want to stick around for a
Okay, let's
world
find
full
this.
of what it's been anymore?
Trying to
I
remember,
don't.
'cause-
I don't want to be. I don't want to make this like a
Some people-
rip on.
Yeah, I know,
but I want to
either.
find the right thing because it's not
But
about
yeah,
ripping
go
on.
out
It's
and
about
for the vets.
finding the part. That
Oh,
you're
here we
talking
go, the
about.
homeless
Oh,
part.
is
Okay,
that it?
here's-
Is that it?
Yeah, this is around the homeless part. This is interesting.
Okay. Do you want me to? Is this where the karma thing is though?
Where he said something about, yeah, I think it was right around this area.
All right.
dude,
Let's
where-
just listen to it for a while, and we'll just won't say anything. We'll listen to it and get his point.
All right.
But yet you'll drive by one every day that's starving. Are you for the vets? I don't know. Answer that yourself. Look inside. Find that answer. I don't know. When I see just regular people, they don't have to be a vet. They don't have to be a child. They're just a human. They're hungry. They have no clothes. They have no money. And they have no way to survive in a society that we all are surviving in, or trying to our best. When I can ride down the street and not see that any longer, which I doubt will ever happen, but I'd like to see a lot less of it. Then on that day, on that Thanksgiving day, I can sit and tell you, I'm truly thankful. So please, enjoy everything you've got in front of you on your table today. Watch that football game because it means the most, doesn't it? I'm saying you don't deserve to enjoy your life also. But when you're pronouncing to everybody how thankful you are for everything, which everybody does this time of year, what are you thankful for? I'm thankful for my new car. I'm thankful for my new brand new furniture. I'm thankful that little Billy Bob has got his brand new transformer that cost me $85. Is that what you're thankful for?
Damn.
If that's what you're thankful for, you're very shallow. I will tell you that. You're a shallow person. You should be thankful and looking for ways to improve lives for everybody, not just yourself.
There's
You
some
know
point
what?
in here with the
You want
kid.
to talk about karma?
Oh,
Here's
here we
some
go.
karma for you. Why don't you try improving the world around you? Because guess what? It eventually comes back to you anyhow. Think of the world you'll be living in and the joy that you'll have, and your children will have. Even if you don't have children, it doesn't matter. Think of the world as a better place. Now that is truly something to be thankful for. So as long as I'm still on this planet, which I don't know how long I will be, if I will, who knows? I may live to be an old man. Whoops, made it there. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm not super old yet. I'm getting there. But that day, I'd like to see come. And if I'm not around, I'd like to see my children carry on what I do. Bringing
I
the
think where he's
world's
talking about the
voice
kid
to
comes
people,
in.
which is what I do.
It's almost over.
I give people a voice that don't have a voice. I try to help where I can help, and I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm trying to make it a better place for everybody, not just me or my children.
I don't really agree.
I'm not looking for that brand new yacht. New car wouldn't hurt. I'm not
Yes,
saying it
okay,
would.
good.
But I'll be not getting a new car without making sure along the way I help the people around me get that new car too.
What? You fucking hit on the
that's what
fucking
I'm
business
saying.
suit?
In that new car. Maybe a lot of cash in the bank and stuff. I'll make sure along the way that I help people that need the help. And I'm thankful that I still got a heart beating in my chest.
All right,
After all
I'm
the-
done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm
I
done.
told you, man.
I'm done.
There was a part in there where he was talking about how he goes and helps the homeless, and there was one kid that came that all he had was pajamas on, and they gave him some clothes, and the kid put the clothes on and started crying because he was so ecstatic. And I'm just like, oh, dude, come on, man, really?
Maybe it happened. That's great. That's great that you're doing all this great stuff right now. That you've been doing it for.
I mean, it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking that at
There's
all.
nothing wrong with that, but this whole shit is all tooting your own horn. I'm sorry, Jerkman. This whole shit. The last, I'm not. Okay, here's rule number one. When someone says, "I'm not tooting my horn,"
They're usually tooting
chances
their horn.
are they know that they are actually tooting their own horn. Because you're like, I might want the car, I don't want the yacht. But when I get my car, if I do get a car sometime, then no, dude, come on, dude. That's
You know,
great. You can be fine. You're doing great stuff. You feel good about what you're doing, and there's nothing wrong with tooting your own horn. Hell, this is what we're doing. We're tooting our own horns at right now.
Nah.
In a way, we're talking shit. Just getting our. If we didn't need to do this, we'd just be on Skype without actually making videos of it and getting
Yeah,
our
we put
ideas
it out there for everyone else to hear, too.
Yeah, because we want everybody to hear everything that, all ideas are good, regardless of how bad they are. Because even if they're bad, that shows you what good the contrast, basically.
Right.
So whatever.
Right.
Our ideas make you think, whatever. This makes you think, but this, to me, it's just like, oh, you suck. It wasn't there. I didn't get much out of this, honestly, Jerkman. Sorry, dude. And I guess what you were talking about. So go ahead and you had the point about the karma. So what was
Well,
your
there was
point you had?
something he said at some point in the video. I don't remember where it was, but he had mentioned, like it's shitty for people to sit around and, say, oh, they had it coming and seeing, that. I think it was when he was talking about the kid dying in the hospital bed or something like that. And he said,
Okay,
oh,
Go ahead.
Oh, and he was just saying, and people would say things like, well, maybe that's your karma. Maybe you had it coming. And he said, that's pretty shitty to wish bad karma on people.
But then you go and he's doing it to other people who might find a transformer, like it's the same shit. All right.
Well, there you go.
Now we both agree that negativity, that materialism in that way, extreme. I mean, the fucking shit we were showing at the beginning of the fighting over the holidays. Although it was just really loud shit going on, loud noise.
Yeah.
There wasn't really much going on in there. I was just trying to make a point that it's fucking this time of year again, and I think it's disgusting. I do think it's disgusting, but it also brings up a lot of things about whether it's society or not, or karma or not. Like those people are fucking. They deserve to fucking have the roof fall on them.
I
Right?
think so, too.
I mean, I don't really care whether they do or not. I mean, they don't deserve either. First of all, you deserve everything that happens. And here's an example of that. And this is a very basic, stark example of life hitting you in the face. And this is what I want to talk about before. And it kind of relates to this, and I'll tie it together. This is what happened today with me. I almost died today, basically.
What happened?
I was walking to the store to get these. They have these mints, these turbo fucking truffles, man. I think I told you about them.
Oh, yeah, you were eating those a few shows ago.
Yeah,
I
I was like,
think.
roar, blah, 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 now. So I got one. I was like, I want one today to get through my Saturday. It's my last day of work. It's my lunchtime. I just want fucking something to give me a little, pep in my step. You know how you have a frappuccino and you're like, hey.
Yeah, just something to start your engine a little.
Yeah, a little bit. Nothing really crazy. I'm done with the energy drinks, I think. But these are perfect. It's just caffeine, like a cup of coffee. You just take a mint. It's like a mint. Just try it out.
Right.
And I go down there to get them, and I'm walking back, and here's the thing about this. And this is why it comes back to what we're talking about. Everything that happens at this point is all my fucking fault. Okay?
Okay.
And it's nothing dramatic in terms of like what happened, like a chain reaction. Like I fucking hit an old lady and she, and I almost in a truck, I almost always look left when I cross the street. More than I look right. I always lean forward and look left because I have to. It's just instinct for me. I have to do that because I can't see it in my left eye. So it's like it's so instinctive and something that I always do, or almost always do at least. I didn't do that today, and I'm like, oh, and I saw a car cross, and I want to get across the street because I wanted to get back at lunch and like spend the last 10 minutes at lunch just kind of chilling in my apartment. You know, I didn't want to because I work from home.
So you got in a hurry,
and I got in a hurry and didn't look left. I stepped forward, right?
Oh fuck!
And a car drives past me like a foot forward, like a foot in front of me.
Oh shit!
I mean, literally a foot in fucking front of me, dude. So,
dude, any closer, it would have fucking.
I would have fucking died. It wasn't like it wasn't like it was going like leisurely pace, like you're driving through like the fucking cars in the like the It's a Small World fucking ride at Disney.
Right, it was like shoo.
It was boom, and I'm like,
oh
my god. I almost because I wasn't going on the light. I was like, fuck it. I didn't even think a car was coming because I didn't see it. I was wearing my hood up on my hat on my jacket.
Okay.
Because it's cold as fuck here today.
I was gonna say, is it pretty fucking cold right now?
It's like 25 degrees out here. It's like cold as fuck.
Shit.
Yeah. Nice and toasty in my little apartment.
Yeah, man. When I come out to visit, man, it's gonna be cold out there. I guess. Huh?
It won't be. This is as cold as it gets, really. Usually, it doesn't get much colder than this here.
I can roll with it, man. It's kind of a welcome thing for me.
Well, it might not even be hell. You might get some rain and some snow. Snow, maybe. You never know. Depending on what's going on. Hopefully, it doesn't snow on Thursday or Sunday. That would be interesting. But yeah, it was just one of those moments where I didn't really. I thought about it at the time, like, oh my god, I almost died. I almost killed myself. I almost died. And it was like, the more the day went on, I couldn't shake it for like most of the evening. Like I could not shake it. Like I kept thinking, if I would have stepped one more step, I'd be dead. I'd be fucking dead, and it would be no one's fault. No one's fault but my own. Because I was walking across without the light, across against the light, dude.
Well, and that's it. Yeah. People bring their own fucking fate a lot of times on top of it.
It's not just your own. It's the right time, right place. It's your fault, but it's not your fault. But it is your fault.
Right.
In other words, if you're going to say, well, it's not these people's faults, then you can't blame anybody for anything. Because if you can't blame the people that are poor like that for not having a house, you can't blame the rich guy for wanting a transformer and not caring about the poor. Because to do so,
like we were saying earlier, if you got it, you have it.
Yeah.
It's your choice to do. I could sit there and be a complete fucking pig and eat all that turkey, which I won't be able to do anyway. But...
Or you could just throw it away, like throw 3/4 of the way, not touch it, and throw it away. Mm-hmm. And you can give it to him. But even if you do, it doesn't make you a better person than really it doesn't make you that much of a better person than the one who doesn't. Because while your stepmom might say, oh, you can just throw it away, but she might actually volunteer or do other things that you don't even and help other people in ways and donate in other ways that you don't think of. So you don't really know, and that's the whole bottom line. You think all these poor homeless people, some of them are terrible people. Fucking terrible fucking people. Just like some rich people are fucking gorgeous people and wonderful people. And some other people are terrible people. Yeah. It's just everyone, and most people are a mixture of both. So just this idea that all these homeless people, yes, homeless children are starving in some ways. They're not getting food. It's a travesty, not because of something in because of our society's lack of help for them, because we have tons of help for our people, dude.
Well, and like you had said a few shows ago,
it's their fucking parents. But
you don't go hungry in this country. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going, oh shit, I didn't catch a grizzly bear today. Fuck, I'm not going to eat dinner. I mean,
if they are going hungry, there is something wrong. If a child is going hungry in this country, it is not because our society is allowing the child to go hungry. It's because their parents are fucking terrible parents and they don't have any good parents, or something's going on where that child should be taken into custody and given food, and it happens all the time.
Yeah, why aren't they taking those kids away from those parents?
Yes, oh my god, take them away from the parents. They can't get a fucking home for their kids, and they're wearing just pajamas. Get them the fuck away from their parents and get them home. And if their parents really want their children back, I'm not saying get them away. And it's not like I'm being draconian here. I don't believe like, we'll take them
until
away.
The parent can support
their child, their kid. Then if that's really a big deal for you, if you really care about that so much, then you would want those kids to be taken care of regardless of the parent, because the parent is an adult and their responsibility is to take care of that child and themselves. Well, we can't do it. They can't do it. Well, then why does everybody else do it? Why are the
left up to have the response? Well, you should be taking care of these children. Hey, they aren't my kids.
They aren't my kids. And we're not just taking care of the children. We're taking care of the adults. And why are we taking care of the adults when they should be able to take care of themselves? Because that's their fucking responsibility as adults in society, is to take care of themselves and their own.
Yep.
That is your responsibility as a person. Now, helping people, there's no problem with that. People have rough times. I understand people lose their jobs. They need help at the soup kitchen. But if you see Johnny Jim and his family, and Johnny's 3, and then you go back to the soup kitchen in 2020, and Johnny's 8, and they're still at the fucking soup kitchen, then you got to start blaming somebody, don't you?
Yep.
Yes, you do.
Well, and I'm sorry, man. This all goes back. I'm so sick of hearing the bullshit excuse of, oh, well, you can't plan for a child. Well, you better.
That's bullshit. Of course, you can plan for a child. That's why women always want the birth control power. My body, my right, whatever. And they want, wear a condom, put a condom. You have options. Yeah, now, and the more options you have, and now there's actually a male pill. So you can take a male pill at some point. It's not being introduced. Some people are fighting that, but that's a totally different subject.
Right.
Why people would be fighting a pill for birth control pill for men? And it makes men more rapeable. No, yeah, sure.
What?
Yeah, there's people fighting it. They don't want men to have birth control.
Why? Because men could rape women?
Because it would be easier for raping women without the
oh,
fear.
because all men rape women.
Because the fear of children, it might make men more aggressive because they won't have to worry about children.
Come on, man.
That's a different story. That's called power. That's the feminist power. That's a different thing. This is about the rights of about people's idea of who's responsible for what. Just like there are people that like society is teaching our people to go into Walmarts and to tackle people. No, they aren't, because people the vast now is it a symptom of the sickness of our society? Absolutely, because people are manipulated by society. Whose responsibility is it to not be manipulated by society? Yours.
Because
the
you have
adult.
A brain,
yes,
right?
the adult that like when that video I was there's a response there, and it's from someone we both know, and it was just basically a response that said, society is leading people to treating people in a way, and the poor people to do this. And I'm like, first of all, you're assuming all these people are dirt poor and just desperate to get this shit. No, there's a lot of people that go to these things because they want the deal. They can't not get the deal.
Yeah, this is the worst thing if they miss this deal.
There are people that go there, and then people that, I can get this, then I can also get this and this for my family. It's a sickness that's not based upon. It might be the lower class that do that because that's how society works. I'm sorry, lower class people tend to do more stupid, crazy shit in terms of stupidity outwardly, bluntly. Because rich people have the ability to hire other people to do their stupid, fucked up shit for them and not get caught.
Well, there are some rich assholes too, man.
Of course, that's what I'm saying. The rich assholes have the power and the money to be able to do shit that doesn't make them get their hands fucking dirty. They're the ones that run the corporations that can lay off 1,000 people and not actually be accountable for it because, it's the corporation, it's Walmart that did it. It's not Meek Spinkly.
Hey, that's an interesting point, dude. Do you think maybe some of them may be like, say, butlers and babysitters of certain rich people that, carry on like, oh no, my boss said I have to come back with this gift and blah, 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 blah.
It might be. My point is, it might be that. But that's a general idea of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that rich people are in positions of power where they are controlling other people who make the decisions that are the terrible ones and who are made responsible for those decisions. The thing is with poor people, with people that are on the lower echelons of life, all they do is their ugliness is shown in blunt shit like fucking beating each other up over or rioting in the streets in their own neighborhoods, breaking people's fucking buildings open and stealing shit. Right. Like in protest of fucking police shootings. So they go, that's the kind of stupid shit, disgusting, like lower end stuff that they do. While the rich people, they're the ones that are their evil is almost more, it's more cerebral, more softer in a way, but nothing less ruthless,
I mean, just in a different way.
Just in a different way. That's not as and we both, and that's a stereotype, of course,
Well, oh God, how terrible! You're being racist now.
I know, but my point is like the poor rapist, the poor dude will rape the chick in the alleyway and leave her there, and then people will find her and go, oh my God, the dead woman in the alley, it's horrible. The rich guy will rape and fuck her in his room, have somebody roll the body up in a fucking sheet and clean up the blood and chop it up and dispose of it and never be heard of, but it's still being done. But they're able to get away with it a little bit more. Still, even if both get away with it, we never found the one who murdered Mary Jane. And then the other thing is we never found where Mary Jane went. She went missing a couple years ago, but nothing happened to her. Maybe she went somewhere. We don't know. We haven't found the body.
Yeah.
It's two different kinds of things, but it's the same thing. Evil is everywhere. Evil is in everyone. Evil is and disgusting natures are within all of us and everyone. It's your ability to control it and your ability to know what's morally correct. And at least not my way of morally correct, but there is a fucking baseline, man. and going into a fucking store and fighting over blenders and shit and beating people up over blenders, that's batshit crazy. That's a symptom of our fucked up materialistic society, right?
Right, yeah.
But
well,
also,
it's probably
it's
the same self-righteous Christmas Christians, you know, that go to church. You know, oh, I'm a Christian. I'm going to church on Christmas. You know.
Yep. And part of the evil is and part of the evil of that is that the rich people, they look at the rich people and see them buying all this crazy shit, and that's all that matters is that money in this country and most of
yeah. Well, and the fact that they feel that there's a need for competition.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got to get what the rich guy does. Why? You know, what's the point? Why do you need that shit?
Yeah,
you know,
because it's our society, dude.
I mean, a lot of stuff that rich people have, I'm not interested in the least about, you know? Like, what the fuck? Why would I want that shit?
Yeah.
So that's just some of the holiday retardetry, man, you know, that I've been seeing. So, seems like you're going to pull something else up here, huh?
Well, I'm just going to pull up a commercial to illustrate my point, man. Which is illustrate, where is it? 2000, here we go.
All right, let's see.
And this is a commercial that illustrates why we have these people doing this. It's mindset, dude. Here we go.
They set this. They plant the seed, you know?
Here we go. Oh, god damn it. They have it on like fucking, how do you...
Like some assholes watching it on TV?
Yeah, what a fucking idiot, dude.
Hey, let me get my camera out. It's on. Floogie doogie.
I'm going to try to... Well, that's the only one I can seem to fucking find, these morons.
Oh, well.
Let's do it real quick.
Right.
Hold on. Okay, so here we go.
All right. TV and Tim. That's who we got.
There he is, at the top of the Christmas power rankings. Because when you enter Best Buy, it means you're gifting on all cylinders. It means you're not elfing around. It means you're buying gifts people really want. All with the guru-like guidance of our helpful blue shirts. Because when you give tech, people won't just love it, they'll love you. Win the holidays at Best Buy.
Yay!
Reminds me, dude, have you seen some of the new Jared commercials lately?
Oh,
They're
Jared?
just as bad, dude.
Let's check it out, dude. What's funny? Jared?
Just find a Jared's commercial. They're just something about he's the lover man and he's the great one because he bought her this $50,000 fucking ring.
All right, here we go. Jared's
Jewelers.
Yeah, not Jared, because they were Jared 2015.
Yeah, you know what he's doing.
Yeah, dude.
He's buying little boys popsicles. He didn't do that. He's not a child molester. Stop saying that.
Jared Jewelers 2015 commercials.
All right, there you go,
second.
dude. There's some ones that I've seen lately that I was like, oh, God damn.
All right, here's one. There's this 1 week ago. Here's one.
Okay.
If you've ever wanted to design your own ring, there's only one place to go.
That's Jared!
At Jared, the Galleria of Jewelry, it's easy to create a ring that's yours and yours alone. First, choose from hundreds of beautiful settings. Then select from thousands of loose diamonds, including the
I don't think it was this one, dude.
No.
It was more of a guilt-pushing type thing, or trying to say that you're a great man if you purchase a ring or some crazy off-the-wall shit.
Hold on. Was it Jared's or K Jewelers?
I think it was Jared's, dude. I want to say it was Jared's.
All right, Jared's. Hold on.
Well, did you see a K one that's pretty wild too?
Let's see here.
Which this brings me to something else, but we can go on that in a second.
Fuck, it's all fucking Subway, dude.
Oh, the Subway Jared?
Jesus fucking Christ. People are fucking... Jared's so wrong for fucking his thing. I'm gonna fucking watch shit about him, dude, for years.
Jared. He's like the Ronald McDonald of Subway, isn't he?
Well, he was. I mean,
okay.
Let's see here. Jared the Jeweler commercial. Let's see.
Okay, let's see. I thought it was a Jared commercial. But...
RTB, raise the bar. To go above and beyond and surpass the limits set by society.
What the fuck?
Strive for excellence. Raise the bar. My name is Jared. I used to go by Young Red. Also Jared the Jeweler for all the things I have said. Always been around pigeons, just never been around bread. Building bridges over barriers just to get ahead. They've been patiently waiting. Well, it ain't no escaping. Seems like the whole game has been so complacent. Everybody's so turned they can't see what they facing. So I'm on a Star Trek to the next generation.
What?
Jared the Jeweler.
Make that change. Make that change. Make that change.
That was
Make
worth
that
watching
change.
regardless, dude.
That's funny as hell.
That was worth watching.
That was worth watching.
That was pretty.
I don't know. I've just seen some real things like he's the greatest man because he fucking purchased, like a ring from Jared, and
Well,
so
2000 K jewelers. What the fuck, man? They don't have them. Okay.
they don't have. Well, this brings me to something else.
All right, man. Go
Another
ahead.
holiday Urkemston.
Okay.
And dude, it's the people that fucking sit and complain that they don't have anyone for the holidays. You know what I'm saying? And then they make a big deal out of it. I don't have anyone on the holidays. Well, first of all, dude, if you don't have anyone, there's probably a fucking reason. Like these people who don't have, like, nobody wants to fucking hang out with them.
Like nobody at all? Like no family, no friends, nothing?
Yeah, there's been those people. Yeah, the no family, no friends ones.
Or are you talking about the ones that don't have anybody? I mean, aren't fucking anybody this Christmas?
Right, don't have a significant other. Dude, I saw one.
That's a bitch, man. Get somebody. Then go find someone and get somebody for the holidays, and then you'll be happy for 3 weeks, and then by New Year's,
you hate them, and
you hate them, and you're done because then you'll be miserable again, and then you'll say, "I have nobody for Valentine's Day." So then you'll find someone for
It's
Valentine's
that dumb
Day.
shit, dude. Where they always feel like, oh, if I don't have someone for the holidays, I'm less than a person. Or
Oh, it's all standards, man, that they're judging themselves by, and they're judging themselves by standards because that's what they want in life.
yeah.
And so what they're saying is that or that's what society, not society, like society. There's no such thing as like an overarching. Well, there is an overarching society, but there's still a way to fight.
Well, it's up
that.
to you to not.
It's
feed
up to
into
you.
it.
It's up to you not to feed into that. It's not up to you not to go. Well, I don't have anybody, so because a lot of these people are used to having somebody.
Well,
And
I call
and
it
it's-
society, man. It's society that tells you to settle.
I don't
or
think it's.
something.
I think it doesn't tell you to settle. I think it forces desperate people to settle.
Yeah, well, people think they're like, oh my god, they've got someone, and everyone else has someone, so I need someone too.
Well, yeah, of course, because they're looking at their lives, and a lot of it is, we've talked about this before, is a lot of it is that them being on Facebook and seeing all these couples, and the only pictures the couples are going to show are the fucking ones where they're all happy together, right?
Of course, yeah.
You're not going to see the ones where they're
fighting, and he
they're
smashes her over the head with a pot.
Yeah, or she
something.
fucking throws a fucking brick at his face or whatever, or or he walks in and finds her fucking his best friend, or she walks in and finds him fucking blowing her little 14-year-old sister.
Blowing her 14-year-old sister.
Hey, and these days, who knows, man? She was wearing a plastic. All right, leave me alone.
So there you go.
It was make believe, man. They were playing, dude.
No, but yeah, I just like there was this one chick on Facebook that was talking about that, and she was like, I was tearing up all day because I just realized I have no one, and two, dude, if people just don't have anyone, like they don't have any friends, or they don't have anybody that wants to hang around them for the holidays, it's because they're fucking idiots. Dude, a lot of the lonely fucking people I know, there's a reason why.
Yeah, they've cut off their friendships from everybody else because they've been assholes, and so that's why.
Or they're just idiots in some way, dude. Like fucking, they're just just jerk offs. Somehow they piss people off.
That's what I'm saying. They deserve to be alone because they drive away the friends that actually want to be their friends.
Yeah.
And so, but they of course can't take responsibility, so it's not their fault. So it's like, why am I alone?
The white man. He pops out
Yep,
of
that's
trees.
exactly what it is. It's the boogeyman. It's the people the ethereal being you can blame for all your bullshit because, or for everybody else's bullshit. And because that makes you feel better about yourself. And the great part is that that's why the biggest people that say white people have so much privilege are white people. It's so they can actually like feel good about like being able to blame other people because they are white. But guess what? They're white, but they're not the same.
Look, I recognize
that white people are the oppressive fuck faces, right?
Yeah. So the first step is to take blame, and that's
Not
what
only
I'm
that,
doing.
but since I'm taking blame, guess who I'm better than and different from?
Those people who have the privilege.
All the other white people.
Those
See,
oppressors.
I'm over.
goddamn 'em.
My level of sophistication is higher than the rest of white people. See, all those white people, all those other motherfucking white people, all those other fucking dudes, those fucking misogynistic fucking racist dudes.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. See, I'm different. I was able to break away from society.
I'm a special white man.
Special person. Individual.
That's why when I make the joke, the white man be oppressing me, a lot of people don't get where I'm going. But I'm like, well, that's just as ridiculous. You know, when somebody makes an excuse, you know, it's like saying you might as well just say the white man's oppressing you.
Exactly, because it's a boogeyman. It's something. It's just a generalization you can throw out, and you can blame a group of people. The problem is when that blaming becomes institutionalized.
Oh yeah,
and when everybody starts actually believing that shit, like, yeah, white people are terrible. Like these it's like some people that post on Thanksgiving, this holiday's dark history. I'm like, motherfucker, that was 250 years ago. Guess what? All right, guess what happens here? Thanksgiving in a lot of people's minds is about being with family now. All right.
Yes. No one's thinking about the Indians.
No one's getting together on Thanksgiving. No white people. Most white people. There might be some. And I guarantee there probably some getting around going. We're going to celebrate the oppression of the Native American people or the Indian people. Today is the day. Today, I would like to make a toast to my family. Little Jimmy, 10-year-old Jimmy, would you go get that Native American's head that I cut off 5 years ago, and the one that's like rotten, and I froze and the freeze dried. Bring it out and place it upon the altar. Okay, Jimmy. All right, now we're going to raise our glasses and we're going to say to everyone, today is the day we oppressed a whole nation. Everyone repeat, today is the day
we oppressed the whole nation.
All right, now. So I want to drink the blood of an Indian child that I killed last week. And we're all going to pass this around. Then we're going to masturbate in it. And then I'm going to lather on myself and blow a load on this skull here that I have. All right, let's do it. Have Thanksgiving. Then we're going to eat some turkey after that. Oh, Mama's stuffing so good after a semen blow. Let's do it.
And I'll tell you what.
Like
killing a bunch of those fucking little.
Yeah, seriously, man. Did you know what I did? Here's a special present for you, Jimmy. Watch this, Daddy. I took one of the young child's hands and cut it off, and I put it in front of its face and put a lever on it. Now, why don't you go ahead and pull this lever and watch the fist ram into the mouth like you're doing the wah-wah sound. Here we go. Oh, isn't that beautiful? That's like a nutcracker. Yep, you can crack a nut and do it. It's a fucking Thanksgiving Day nutcracker.
It's a toy for you there, son.
Fucking toy. That's what we're doing because we hate everybody. Now, I can't wait till Kwanzaa so we can shit on a black person's face. Yeah. Let her do it.
It's Native American Guilt Day, too, man.
Fucking that's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's like Columbus Day. Yes, Columbus came. Columbus came and allowed me to be born here 340 years later. With electricity, power, water, a house over my head, feeling I'm poor with 2 televisions and 2 cars and a cell phone and an Xbox 360 that allows me to play 365-degree 3D games. 365, motherfucker.
Play it 365 days of the year.
365 days of the year. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I said.
That's cool, though. But
seriously, dude.
Yeah, no. And dude, look at the Native Americans. Are they really that power oppressed now? If you want to live close to nature, guess what? You're not going to have cell phones and TVs, and you're not going to be rich.
Sorry, fucking deal.
How about the ones that own casinos and shit?
Whatever they own, yeah, exactly. They're whatever. You have the right to. It's not like they have to. Well, we have a reservation. We have to stay here with our people. No, you don't. Well, our people's cultures say. Well, then enjoy it. Enjoy and be fulfilled by staying near your people's cultures.
Right. If you want to be systemized by your own culture, then
do that. That's fine. No, if you feel fulfilled by it, then great. But don't complain about your lack of something if you are choosing something yourself.
Right. If you have an opportunity and you choose not to grab it,
believe me, I mean, there is no way that you are. It just what are they going to? I'm sorry, you're Indian. I mean, sorry, you're not Indian. I apologize. You're a native.
You're Indian with the feather, not the dot.
You're a Native American, so you cannot come to this college. We won't be penalized for not allowing you in. I guarantee it. No one's going to find out that we are oppressing you, because that's the way it works these days. No one knows when someone yells the word nigger out at a loud stadium, it becomes first front page news across the country. But we're not going to be found out by denying Native Americans entry into our college. Yeah,
sorry,
that's going to happen. Fucker. Yeah, so someone can fart and it sounds like the word nigger, and oh my god, they'll be arrested for being racist. But yeah, we're gonna be able to systematically deny you fucking entry into our fucking college or into our job. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, everybody's too fucking.
It's all about trying to find reasons to blame shit on other people, and blame is everything about our country now. Who's to blame when someone goes out and kills somebody? Who's to blame? The person who shot them people, yes, but it's their mental illness. Yes, it could be. Well, but it also could be the fact that they're fucking bad people. Because no one wants to admit that either, dude, anymore.
Of course not. Oh, no. It was they had problems and there was things going on in their lives, and they're not like what was up with this Colorado Springs shooting thing?
Oh, that was a Planned Parenthood thing, and now of course all the fucking abortion lovers or haters or lovers, excuse me, the ones that are for abortions, which I am for legalized abortion, of course, so don't lump me into completely up to me that category. But these people that are like, it was a women's and hatred, and of course it's going to be a big thing about that.
So what happened here? Was somebody at an abortion clinic?
They were at an abortion. They were at a Planned Parenthood location, which is the same thing, of course. As an abortion clinic, but they were there, and I don't really know. I haven't really read too much into it. I've actually kind of stayed away from it this weekend.
Okay.
Because I get more involved in the news, but over this weekend, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, fucking deal. I don't want to. And of course, I get all the same people, the same libtards on my Facebook page or the thing are just completely, oh my god, this is horrible, and it's like it is a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, it's terrible, but it's not because it's like that the guy that killed the 9 black people in the church. All right, that is not a declaration of this country's horrible, racist, disgusting, horribly racist, white privilege mindset.
This is kind of funny. It's another religious fucker, isn't it? Like
most likely.
So and you wonder why people hate religion, because they're all wacko, dude. I don't give a fuck who you, Muslim, Christian, you're all fucking jack jobs, dude.
I think it's
and these people don't do the religion any favors by doing this crazy shit. I mean, it doesn't look good. For those who want to convert people to your way of thinking, okay, this isn't the way to do it.
See, I think it's more along the lines of a personality trait. And I was actually thinking about that too. We're rolling into different subjects that I thought about too. Is faith, man.
Oh yeah.
And the nature of faith. Because the more I think about it, the more I think of, and I've said this before, but I think that faith is a personality trait. I think the idea of believing in something more is something that is almost like a part of somebody. I think when fanaticism comes in, is when is a personality is when that is like something that just overwhelms your because there are very intelligent people that are completely and utterly fucking nut job fanatical Christians, right?
Oh yeah,
you wouldn't see. I don't equate. A lot of people equate intelligent with religion, and I don't, because I know a lot of people who are very intelligent but are very faith based people, and they're very smart, and they're very articulate, and they're not fucking batshit crazy. Perfect example would be Jonathan Rawlings. Jonathan Rawlings is a very intelligent person, right?
But very into his religion, right?
Very religious person, very into it, very faith-based, very into that, and you're not going to change his mind regardless of whatever you said, because that's his and if he wasn't like that, he wouldn't be Jonathan Rawlings, right?
Right, but at the same time, he wouldn't be doing crazy shit like, killing people for
but he still believes in certain things that you would be like, come on, man. I mean, come on, he believes that like gays should not be a part of the gay.
Dude, he kicked a roommate out because the guy had his girlfriend spend the night one time.
That's what I'm saying. Ridiculous bullshit like that. You would just be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, who the fuck do you think you are, right?
Oh yeah, he's had a few of those moments.
Exactly, and you're like that, but that's you and that's him. But that's still ridiculous in your mind. Just like
right. But I think the wacko fanatics, dude, are the more simple-minded people, man.
I don't think so. In some cases, man, how are simple-minded people going to mastermind some of these fucking terrorist attacks?
Well, because they have our government to help them.
They have our government sometimes to help us. Maybe that might be. I knew you were going to go there, but they also are they're very smart people. They're just fucking their personalities. We can't relate to that. We can't relate to that kind of thing.
But that's it. They're the robots that can do this dumb shit because they're just not. I don't know.
See, I don't think it's that simple, man. I think it's scarier than that. I think it's a sickness of religion, but the religion just exacerbates a fanaticism. Let's bring up a perfect example. Someone who you know very well and who you remember was very fanatic about certain things and still is about certain things and is not stupid, and that is your bro.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
now there's things you're like, holy fuck, though. But does he? I mean, if it came to a certain point where he felt like it wouldn't be, do you think he would? Have you ever thought he could? Don't tell me you have not.
Yeah.
You have, and he's not stupid. He's not mindless. He's not a drone, is he?
No, he isn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you're right. There were moments where, remember, I think I told you a few years ago where I was a little bit Remember, I kept having weird dreams about him that he was doing strange
Well,
things.
shit.
and-
What about back in the day, man?
Oh, in those days. Oh God.
That's what I'm
Well,
saying. Back in the day when he was, and that's the thing. He's older and he's more restrained now. But that's why you've got these young guys that are
You got to
blowing
remember too.
themselves up.
Drugs were involved back then too, though, man.
That doesn't make a difference. Like you said a couple years ago, you thought it was his personality. He would not be him. He would not be him without that aspect of him, would he?
No, that's true.
He would not.
It's true.
And it's annoying as fuck sometimes in some ways, but and it was that rabid, that just intense,
Constant. It was like,
intense,
well,
constant.
you're right. Even now, like going to family dinners, it's always got to come up in some way.
Something has to come up. Yeah, it has to be like pushed in or brought in, and it's this new thing, and there's always something new. But this one's like his new. This is one he's entrenched in. This is the one I think this is the one he's sticking with, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Dude. If he would drop out of this, I would.
Because it's the same thing with me. Like I'm intense about certain things, but I think I'm like, whoa, I pull back, and some people don't, and that's just the way they are. And so some people don't pull back. So these really fucking intelligent people are very fucking faith-based, and they're willing to come up with these mastermind fucking plans to destroy as many people as possible. And that's why it's not far-fetched to me that we have all these groups. Because there are some fucking smart people who are batshit insane fucking devoted, dude, about this shit.
Well, that's true. That's true. That's
Yeah, man.
I guess you're right. There are some pretty well. But either way, either religion, has these wacko fucking.
Of course, it's not about. It's about the what? Okay, depends on the. Well, okay. This is the difference between the Christians and Muslims to me. Is that the Christians right now are Western society? They are more. Christian religion is becoming more diffuse, and people are easier. You can leave and come and go with Christians, or like, without being like killed, because your society is not based upon that. Like our society is a Christian society overall. Still,
some, but you get some, dude. You've heard some stories about crazy.
But the stories aren't the story. Yeah, but the stories aren't the government of that country cutting your head off because you don't believe in Allah.
Well, that's like I said. These motherfuckers are that to me they're just as bad, dude. You know what I'm saying? They're still killing in the name of their religion.
Are you fucking kidding me? The guy, if he killed in the name of religion, yes, they're ridiculous. The guy who killed those 9 black people, those 9 black people in that church, disgusting, awful, terrible, mentally deranged, but sick. In other words, still evil, still deserves to die.
Sure.
Still bullshit. The guy deserves to die, and who shot those people, the Planned Parenthood people, deserves to fucking die.
Right.
If he's, or whatever, or should have been locked up, or whatever, or should have been, the mental illness system in our society is terrible too. But we can't, we let people fall through the cracks because we don't have any. We I think it's kind of funny. Everybody's like, oh well, we need to have better mental illness, but then everybody is mentally ill now, right?
Well, that's it.
So
it's like hip to have a mental illness.
So since everybody's mentally ill, you can camouflage yourself in that shit and then go blow up fucking a building and shit full of fucking.
And some do. Some
pro-lifers.
You're just like, you always see I never had a clue. They seem so nice. What the fuck? So speaking of that, I have to go get another beer, man.
All right. So why don't we? Actually, we're not going to put it on pause. We'll just do. Can we put it on pause? Let me see if we can do that again.
Yeah, you've done that. Remember?
All right, let's try to pause it here. Here we go. We're going to put it on pause. We'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2, boom, doom, boop.
Yeah.
Oh, back. There's no pause between that, by the way. And the actual recording is just going to go from what we just did to what we just did. It's fucking crazy. It's like magic.
That's cool. Well, those who know, they understand that we did do a pause, and now we're returning.
Of course they did, because we just said we did. God.
Of course. Dude, we're trying so hard to sound like Howard Stern.
We are. We're so like Howard Stern.
That was another thing our guy said.
Our guy. Oh, he's your guy now. He's not my guy. He's on your fucking page. He's not on mine, dude. Fuck that guy.
You need a troll too, man. We need to find you a troll.
No, I do not need a troll. I don't need a troll at all. I'm good with that.
They keep it fun, I think.
Ooh,
so
I heard that burpage going on.
Oh, so you hid your belch. I just belched right in the mic.
No, I didn't hide it. It was one of those burps that just wouldn't. It was so pathetic. It sounded like it was hidden. It sounded like it was hidden, man.
It was hiding.
It was hidden in my head. No, it's sitting like it was hidden.
So, fuck, dude.
Yeah, Saturday night. This is what happens when we do. This is why we do this on Sunday, because we don't drink on Sunday nights.
Yeah,
at least one of us doesn't drink on Sunday nights.
Yes, exactly.
I don't have to work on Monday morning, but tonight I think this is a better night, man. I think it's better.
It is. Well, here's an interesting thing, man. I told you I'm going to a birthday party tomorrow. That's why we can't do it tomorrow night.
Oh.
But here's the strange thing: the guy who's throwing the birthday party, used to be a heroin addict, actually. And so it's actually somebody who I met through the radio station.
Will he watch this and care if you say that? I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, he doesn't care, dude. He doesn't care. I've already.
He probably actually is proud of it, right?
Proud that he stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually,
he'll mention it probably like here and there to like boost his like esteem in front of people.
Well, I don't know because it's just mainly around me that he talks about it.
Oh, well, that's good. Good. See, because some of those people, motherfuckers, man, it's like, you're hanging out with them. It's like, hi, I'm Jenny. You never met him, and I used to do heroin, but I stopped, and I don't do it anymore. And you're like, oh, well, are you trying to say that because since you stopped, you're like awesome, and I should be proud of you for like becoming a heroin addict? Because,
no, I haven't really. He's hung out with me a few times.
That's cool, man. Well, good for him.
Somebody through the station, but he's he's fallen off the wagon a couple times, and of course I don't see him when he uses. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He kind of disappears, and he never uses around me. Although there was one time he came over and he'd used before he came over, dude. And you can kind of tell because he wanted to sleep and he was kind of fucking out of it. Anyway, that's the whole thing. So he's been sober here for, I think it's been a month or something. So he's having a birthday party tomorrow, and he invited me, and he was like, just so you know, man, it's a sober birthday party. So he was like, no alcohol, no anything. He was like, we're just going to eat pizza and chill. I'm like, wow. And what's fucked up is I'm kind of like, I'm trying to prepare myself like, oh, how's this going to be? I don't know, man.
Isn't that interesting, dude? Because you're like, and you're like, wait a second, it's a party, but there's no alcohol?
Right, exactly. It's like, fuck, dude, when I was a kid, I used to go to those all the time and had a great time.
Of
but
course.
Now it's like,
because your idea of a party is, it's almost like that's a scary thing, dude.
I know, it's scary for me. Like, damn, here's this dude, he's trying to get sober, and this is going to be his party, his thing. I should be totally in support, but yet I'm like a little bit nervous. Like, man, what are we going to do? Oh,
you're just going to hang out and talk like it was a weekday. See, it's the mindset because you think party and then your mindset changes. Isn't that interesting? That psychologically, because if you were just like going over, if it was a Monday afternoon, you're like, we're just going to hang out and have, and it's a party. Let's say it was a birthday party on an afternoon, like a Monday afternoon. It's like, oh well, it's just a sober thing. We're just having a little get together with some people. You'd be like, oh okay, right?
Right. You would be like, oh, hey, come on over after work or something. We're going to have dinner and we're just going to chill, Then I really wouldn't give it much thought. But now, because there's no alcohol, and he definitely he was very adamant, please don't bring any alcohol, don't, nothing.
Of course.
Like, those are triggers
for
me.
You'll have a fine time. Like, you'll have a fine time. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be fine. But it's just funny that here it is. I feel I've got to prepare myself. Like, what kind of shit is that, man?
Because guess what a party is for you, dude?
Alcohol and...
It's a trigger.
Yeah.
It's a trigger. It's the same thing like he's talking about because that's exactly why he wants to be completely sober, and I understand completely because it's a fucking trigger. It's like Saturday nights is a trigger. Your trigger Saturday night, boom, you're gonna drink.
You're right. Saturday night, I've got to have alcohol.
Like me tonight, I'm like, oh, I didn't have to drink. We're like, oh, we're gonna be hanging out. You're gonna be drinking. Oh yeah, so I'll grab some. It's a trigger.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing the show. Fuck yeah, drink some alcohol.
Hang out. It's a trigger for us to be okay with that, and that's the thing. He knows that if you brought it, it would distract him, and he wouldn't have a good time because he'd be distracted because you were having alcohol.
Right, and he'd be like, "Man, I want something to kind of make."
Yeah, because and he's like, "Well, someone's on that level." It's that level thing too, man. Remember that level thing?
Yeah, got to be on the level. If you're sober, you're not up there with.
So now everyone's going to be sober, but you're like, well, so you won't worry. Like once you get there, you're like, you won't even care.
I'm sure I'll have a good time, and that's why I want to go. But I'm like, what? I want to do. Let's do something different. I've been talking about doing different things, and that type of thing. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And there's probably gonna be some different people there. That I can meet, and who knows, maybe make some friends. Or fuck, I don't know. Who knows what it's gonna be? It's gonna be an adventure. What?
Yeah, because you've been kind of like secluded lately, haven't you? In a way, you've kind of sealed off.
Somewhat, yeah. I mean, I do I work and then I come home and yeah. So there really isn't much going on.
Yeah, and that's kind of different from you because that's kind of what the radio show did. It kind of took that space up.
Yeah.
And I get
but
it too.
But at the same time, I'm happy though. I feel happier. I feel
because you're comfortable being alone now, man. You've mastered that ability, and for a while you weren't.
That's true. I always needed some shit.
But you're getting to the point. You're getting to the point where you're so comfortable that you're like, I guess I can go out. I don't need to. So you know exactly where I am, dude.
Yeah,
That
That's the same
comfort
thing.
zone where it's like, yeah, I'd like to get out once a week or so, but you're not like, oh, I need to be around, I need to do something. You know, you don't have to. You're not desperate to like get online and fucking find. You know, maybe.
Well,
like,
and there's that society shit again, where
Yeah.
if you let society control you and tell you, "Oh, what are you doing, man? You're wasting your life, dude." Well, you know what? If I'm enjoying my life, then how is it wasting it?
Exactly, and you're enjoying. And right now, you're enjoying the fact that you're kind of like just relaxed and alone. You have nothing to worry about. You come home, you do your shit. You've probably saved a shit ton of money. And you're noticing it.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, but you still don't spend it recklessly. You just kind of just chill and do your thing.
Yeah.
And that's very comfortable. But I think you realize that you gotta step out sometimes, or else you're not.
I do. And actually, another thing that I was talking to my dad and stepmom about is they were talking about going on some vacation over the holiday, maybe possibly. And so I was like, yeah, man. I said, well, I'm not doing anything. So if you guys want to, and dude, especially my brother was very surprised. I think they were very floored that I was even interested in doing something with them. Isn't that some shit?
Yeah, because you haven't done it in so long.
I know. Well, even my brother was like, when's the last time we all did a trip, man? And I was like,
you got to go, dude. If you got to go, man. If you have
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. But it's one of those things where I'm like, damn, what the fuck is wrong with me?
It's because you used to go, but then again, you used to go all the time because your parents would be like, we're going on this trip. And you'd be like, okay,
well,
I'm
that was
going.
it. I had no choice. But now as an adult,
It's comfort
I do
zone.
have a
The
choice.
comfort zone. It's when you're stuck in your,
No,
and that's what people
it's a
love.
two-way thing. It's kind of like, well, those trips are okay. They're kind of fun, but at the same time, is it really my gig? Is it really my thing? Because some of it's not, but at the same time,
But you don't have to do that. You don't have to worry about going anywhere because that's the thing. You're looking at it from because when you okay, I need to step back here. When you were a kid, this is how I roll, dude. I had to fucking throw out theories not even thinking about them at the time, but
Sure.
they usually make fucking sense. So here's my new one. When you were a fucking kid, you went to these vacations and you had to go. So you had to go and you had to do everything that usually they wanted you to do a lot of times, right?
right,
Like,
what I was told to do. Like,
yeah,
okay,
we're
gonna do
going
this.
fucking snorkeling. All right. See, you
Yeah.
don't have to do that. They want to go snorkeling. You're like, all right, I'll go. Maybe I'll go. Then maybe the next afternoon you're like, nah, I'm gonna chill and enjoy the beach or just fucking enjoy the fucking, maybe
Go on, go swimming or go on the boat or something.
yeah, whatever, or do something different, But you have that option now because you're an adult, but you're not thinking that way because you've never used the trips
That's
were
true.
never like
As
that,
an
dude.
adult, you're right. I've never really. I mean, I have. Well, not
You've
really.
never gone on one of those fucking trips to like someplace like on a cruise or some shit like that as an adult, dude.
No,
Dude, you
know what?
guys
I did
should
go
go
to
on a
Florida.
cruise.
I went to Florida with my dad in '97. with my dad.
97, dude. Come on, dude. What the fuck you talking about? 97?
Well, I was still an adult. I
No,
was-
no. You were not an adult in your dad's eyes. I guarantee.
Oh yeah.
You were not an adult in your own eyes. You were not a real adult, dude. I'm talking about being
You're right.
standing
this goes
on
back
your
to
own.
what I was saying about turning 40. Remember my
Yeah,
whole
you're
thing
thinking
of-
97 was like 5 years ago, dude. That's 20 fucking years ago, dude. All right? What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's your
that's true.
perspective, man. Well,
No,
it was
you're
in
right. Now
90s.
I'm
I went to
a
Florida.
40-year-old man.
I'm like, oh, you went to Florida when? Like 2007? 97? What? Hell, even 2005 or 2004 would be like, it was
and
a
you know what?
long-ass
Like you
time
said,
ago.
maybe not in my dad's eyes, and also maybe not in my own eyes. I may not have been an
No,
adult.
of course not, because you were still in that mindset. Because 2 years before, you were living there,
That's true.
and you were still under their fucking guidance because you were into college. You weren't living on your own.
No, I
You
wasn't
were-
out on my own.
You had no
money,
bills.
'cause-
You had no bullshit. You just went. You slid your card in the fucking slot and got your burgers every day. You fucking had a card. And
You remember that, huh? My card that I used
Oh
to
yeah,
whip out?
dude. Yeah, we went there a couple times. The cafeteria. You got
The
you had
dining
your card-
commons,
Yeah,
yeah.
dining
Oh,
commons
fuck.
where you just swipe a card and get your meal, and you wouldn't have to cook it. You just walk 20 feet from your fucking room.
Shit, dude. There was everything there.
Everything
was,
there. You could
know,
have hot
grill,
dogs every
there was
day.
a
You could
fuck-
have a fucking burger every day. You could have a fucking Taco Bell or something. Or you could walk across the street with your friends to fucking and you'd have the
In-N-Out
money
burger or
and you'd
some
have the
shit.
money to spend on Del Taco because guess what, you had to slide every day if you didn't have the money to spend on Del Taco. So you
My
just
card.
yeah, which is nothing bad about that. I'm just saying that it was like you were still like a kid, basically.
Yeah, no, I had safety.
And I was still like fuck. I was living on my own still like a kid because I wasn't working. I was getting SSI, so I understand.
Yeah. Well, we all went through that.
But
you know,
yeah,
and-
dude, it's just funny how we think about that. But you got to go, dude. Go get the
Oh
fuck
yeah,
out.
I will. And I told them, but they were floored. They were just so, really? And I'm like, yeah. And then my brother was like, whoa. You know, you could tell he was taken back. Like, God, Maxwell, are you serious? I know I haven't used drugs in a while, but this doesn't sound right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say something bold right now, dude.
Okay.
The shit that irks me was your crutch.
Huh.
Because
Really?
think about this: why wouldn't you go on a trip if things were the same as they were?
Like if I still have my show and all that type of
Because
stuff.
you'd be like, God damn, I can't wait. I already paid this month's shit, man. I can't.
Well, there was a lot of stuff going on. I mean, this goes back ways, man. Even before shit that irks me. I mean, there was music, there was, other stuff that I was doing.
No, I'm talking. I think it's different now, though. What I'm saying is, like, the reason you haven't done it over the last couple of years, you've had all these times off. The reason why you're thinking about it now is because you don't have that burden on you, and you don't have that crutch. It's a crutch and a burden at the same time, obviously. What I'm saying is, when you think about it, you paid a month ahead usually, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So what you paid a month ahead. So what happens if you don't do the show for a week? Well, because you have to go on vacation.
I pretty much lost a week of what I paid for it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, and not only that, but it was a safety net. I could always use it as an excuse.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, I've got my show, guys, and I really like to, but, well, not only that, but it was, maybe I just sometimes, man, you just don't have the, I don't know. There's something with me, too, and it has something to do with, like, I have this fear of moving back in with my parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, God, if things ever got bad, I'd have to move back in with my parents. Well, I guess I figure if I'm on a vacation with my parents, then, oh, man, I'm kind of under their thumb again.
No.
For some reason, there's something in my mind that does that.
Because here's the thing about this vacation. You just say, all right, well, I guess what I can do. I'm paying for my ticket, or even if you don't, like, because that might be it might be trivial for that point. But the point is, you're not going to go there and be like, all right, motherfucker. All right, so where's the cash? Give me $50 so I can get to the fucking car.
Right, any spending money, at least
You're gonna be spending whatever the fuck you want. You want an extra beer? Okay. You want an extra fucking meal? You want to buy something different? You buy whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want. You do whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want. But you're there with your parents.
That's true.
The difference is, but you don't have that mindset of vacations because you have never been on a. Because when we're thinking about vacation, we're not thinking about hanging out with, like, going to friends and what. You know what I'm saying?
No, this is, like, with mom and dad.
Yeah, it's an official vacation. Like, we're going to fucking. Like, where were you thinking about going? Have you got any ideas?
Actually, they were thinking about Hawaii, dude.
Oh, dude. Oh, fuck. I wish I'd go. I'd go with you. I'd be like, all right, I'll go. I'll meet you guys there. If I had the
Right.
money, dude.
I'll get a plane. Just let me know when. Well, it's still up in the air as to if we're going to do it. But, if we do, I'm going to do it. You know?
Do it, man. I hope you do. I hope you do it.
Yeah. It should be. It'll be interesting. So
Because your trip here is not even on a vacation. It's like a trip or something. I don't know what's different. There's a different
But see,
classification.
I like those trips. I guess, again, this goes back to my fucking crazy need to be independent all the fucking time shit, Like, I guess I figure if I'm going on my own, I feel like, ooh, it's my trip. Oh, yeah. Whereas opposed to if I'm going with family, then it's like, well, there's the family there. And you really got to take that lock off your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, it is a lock. It's funny the same way with and that's why with improv it's great because I get shaken up, man. Because I'm the same way. I have this lock. Like, I don't need to do a lot. Like, I'm so self-sufficient now that it's not good for me.
Well, but at the same time, I mean, okay, like you didn't have any family around for the holiday. Well, you had your brother, I guess.
Yeah,
but...
I actually went out. I wasn't going to go anywhere, and they at last minute invited me out, and I was like, I was going to stay home. I was like, I don't want to go. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I?
What's my excuse?
Because that's what I was. Thank you for bringing this up because I want to talk about this because that's exactly what I was going to talk about. Is like, I was gonna sit and fucking stay here. Like, Scott goes, hey, I'll come pick you up after work. You want to come pick me up? I'm like, oh, well, you don't have to come all the way down here. I'll save you the trip. I'm just gonna chill out here, relax, and just play a game and just chill for things. I got to work tomorrow and everything. All right. And Scott's like, okay, you sure? And then I call him up and go, you know what? You sure you don't mind picking me up? He's like, no, that's why I asked. We're going out. We're hanging out. With Shane, because Shane and Joe were originally going to go and snowboard, right? They were going to go out.
You were going to originally. You just told them no, thanks, goodbye, and that was the story there. But
yeah.
then you, oh wow.
What originally happened was, we weren't going to hang out at all. Scott and I were like, because there was really no point. There's no point in me and Scott like coming up because we don't care individually, right?
Right.
And our friends Shane and Jill, they were going to go and do. They were going to snowboard.
Okay.
Well, they decided not to do it, and so they were invited over a friend's house, and they invited me and said, "Hey, if Jeff wants to come, invite him." So Scott sent me a text Thanksgiving Day and goes, because we were going to like talk that night, maybe we'll get on Skype or something like that and bullshit, hang out. We were going to hang out, but just not together, like, because then you just cause a lot of driving and bullshit, right? For just me and Scott.
Why do that when we can jump?
Why pull that? And also I've got to work tomorrow anyways. But they came so they called me and said, "Hey, come on out," and I was like. They didn't like call me all together, and like it wasn't like I heard like, "Hey, come on!" It was like Scott just texted me and said, "Hey, they're doing this. You don't have to go if you don't want to. No worries." And I'm like, I'm just gonna hang out here. And I'm like, wait a second, dude, this is This is a day you can hang out with people and hang out with friends, and it's a festive atmosphere. You can go over to a place and hang out with other people and enjoy yourself. What the hell are you doing, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing?
Why do we place these stupid fucking limitations on ourselves as we get older? I guess is what I'm wondering.
It's because it's the same way why we put why people need to be single. We put people can't be single because of society. It's because we put our own pressures on ourselves that are ridiculous, and we got to figure them out because they're our own fucking worst enemies. It's like our own weaknesses. So the moral of the story is, I went out that fucking night and
had a blast.
Had a fucking blast because we played Cards Against Humanity, which is an amazing game. It's a card game that's really hard to play if you can't see, but there were Braille cards, dude, it is the most disgusting, sickest, twisted. You would love it. You would absolutely.
I think I saw somebody talking about that on an Experience Project or something.
Yeah, you would love Cards Against Humanity. But when they got there, they said, we're going to play, and Shane was like, we're going to play some game called Cards Against Humanity, and I literally went, holy shit, we're playing that. I'm like, yeah, and it was totally like juiced. And it was a great time. So then we played the dice game and had a great time. And then I got home and I worked yesterday, and I was a little bit, funky.
Man. Yeah, it's weird how we just put these little fucking
roadblocks,
limitations, and roadblocks on ourselves, dude.
And the thing is, they're not necessarily roadblocks, because it's not like if I hadn't gone, I would have missed anything, because I wouldn't. You can't know what you miss. You don't know.
Right. If you didn't go, then hey, no harm, no foul. But
now but then again, I think about it. If I would have heard afterwards, we played this game, we played Cards Against Humanity. Oh my god, it was so funny. And I'd be like, oh, I fucking built another level in my fucking dungeon on Creatorverse. I fucking.
Well, that's it. Like, think about the shit you would have missed. You know?
And it's not like you're gonna miss that all the time. It's not like, because that's another thing that I fucking can't stand. Don't have any regrets. Just go for it all the time. No. Right?
Yeah.
Because guess what going for it does? Going for it makes me go that extra step and not like be a little bit cautious this morning and not getting plastered all over the front of a fucking car.
Well, and you know what, dude? Maybe that's our reason. Because of shit like that. Like,
well, of course
we've had
it
enough
is.
Scares and weird things happen.
No. It's the balance between caution and fear or whatever. Caution and cloistering. Like putting up a shield and going out, or fucking hiding under your shell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, there's a balance. You've got to have that balance. And that's the thing. Like, so it's not like this one or the other. That's the fucking problem. Is it's either no regrets, go for it. Regrets are fucking important. You got to remember the past, and you've got to like be cautious, but you can't be stupid cautious. Like, there's nothing that could happen badly by going. Well, of course, there could have been. I could have died in a car accident, whatever. The whole point is, like, on the way there, That's,
sure,
obviously, but that's still me going somewhere and hanging out with my brother and hanging out with my friends who wanted me there and are happy that I'm there with them. And I, it's not like I have a lot more of that, and it's not like saying that in a negative way, but just being so insular and so like for almost too much for my own good. Like, being able to be like, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. It's not like I would have woke up Friday morning going,
oh man, I should not have gone.
It would have just been like blah. But now I woke up Friday morning with a sort of a small hangover, and I went home. But I was like, wow, that was fun, and that was worth it.
Right, like, hey, we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Well, it's like tonight I went out with my friend that came in from out of town, and we went to the the Double Down Saloon and, to the Hofbrauhaus. There was some bullshit, but at the same time, it was an adventure and it was fun. And it was like, hey, I did something, and it's like, why am I tarparening myself for having fun, man?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, it almost is. It's almost like, I went out last night.
Yay! You did a good job. You went out and did something.
And that's the thing. Like tonight's going to be fulfilling, not because we're doing something, and we're not going out though, but we're still doing something. In other words, we're still recording our stuff and our ideas down tonight, having a good time. But it's almost more. If we were just doing this without the fucking recording, it wouldn't be as different as because we know we're going to be on this and we know whatever we say. Because that's the thing. Like, there's been some shit in the first couple episodes. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I want to fucking post this shit. Because I was like, oh, maybe, and.
But nothing happened, did it?
No, but nothing happened. But I should post this because my ideas are fine. There's nothing wrong with my ideas.
No, of course not.
But part of me,
everybody's got you scared, and just
because people are batshit and they will ruin your lives if they disagree with your beliefs at this point, and they have the power to do it more than they used to. And that's the scary part. But see, that's me not taking that extra step. But that's also me as making an excuse of not crossing the street altogether. Because if I don't cross the street, I don't get to where I want to go. But if I do cross the street, there's a chance of me getting run over if I'm stupid. And that's the whole problem.
I guess the point is, sometimes you got to exercise a little balance.
Of course, that you have to have that balance, and that's what I'm saying. And it's a hard thing to do sometimes, and it's easy to get because I think the people that go all the time have the same problem we do, but just the opposite problem.
They can't stop.
They don't know how to stop because when they stop, that makes they have to think about shit.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
See,
that's
me
true.
and you, we like to think about shit more than we like to do.
That's true.
In some ways, like you still like to do, and it depends on what you're doing because your work kind of helps you in more ways than I think mine does.
Well, fuck, dude. I mean, thank God I have the job I do because otherwise, I'd be a total desk jockey.
Yeah, dude, you are totally that totally gets you out there and kind of satisfies your need to get out and do shit because you definitely are more of an outward person than I am. But you still.
Well, you can ask the Kraken, dude. When we have weeks where we have nothing. I'm stir fucking crazy. I'm like, oh man, we don't have any events. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he's like laughing at me, going, "It's okay, man. Our numbers are good." And I'm like, I don't fucking care. We need better numbers,
Yeah, because you guys have an event, like a week with like 7 or 8 events, right?
Yeah. Usually, well, we'll have at least, I like those weeks where we have something every day. Those are the best, or at least 4 days a week we have some shit.
Whoa.
Hey. Dude, you were fucking Two-Gun Bill over there, huh?
Saturday night, my friend.
Hey. Well, I had to stop. I should have brought my other one in here, but, I'm not doing that. I'm good, man.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah.
I'm totally cool. But,
I'm not going to be a problem either, I swear. No, everything's fine.
Hey, let me tell you something, you goddamn son of a bitch.
Since I've been in Oregon, my skills have improved immensely.
But, these self-imposed limitations that we put on ourselves, man, this shit is crazy.
Yep.
Or if you do this with your parents, you're not as independent. Like, what the fuck? What kind of thinking is that, dude?
I think it's scared thinking because, well, the thing is, independence is everything to you. That's like your hallmark. That's everything to you.
True, and it is my fucking. It's like you were talking about the heroin addicts that say, "Hi, I'm John. I'm a heroin addict."
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Well, for me, I'm Maxwell, and I'm blind. I'm blind and I'm independent, motherfucker.
I'm blind and I live in my place and blah, blah, blah.
I live on my own. I pay my own fucking bills. I do everything on my own.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, hey, by the way, and it's almost it's that fucking, like you said, derp-de-doo thing. Like, it's fucking maddening because you're like, yeah, I do. So, fucking what? What does it really mean? Like, compare yourself to other people based upon just other things, and you're okay, right? You're actually probably just basic, average, single guy. You're not really rich, dude. Honestly,
no, hell no. I'm just a basic dude.
It's basic dude, make your basic lower middle class. Let's be honest.
But
man.
lower middle class.
Hey, I'll be honest. I'm fucking basic.
You know?
I'm poverty, dude. I'm basic level, man.
Well, actually, dude, I'm probably doing better than a lot of people.
Of course you are, and I am too, because I'm actually smart and I actually pay my bills and understand my business and what my limitations, which is why I don't care.
Most importantly, though, man, we don't have any keys.
Yes, that's true, dude.
We
don't have kids, and we also benefit from not having to have a car. Because obviously, if we had sight, we'd have cars. There's no question about
Sure.
that. And we'd have to pay for them, and those are huge. And so that's our financial advantage that we have, you know. And it's a huge one. It's a big fucking one. But it's still not, you know,
pretty
it really
major.
is. It really is. Car payments, car insurance, worrying about car accidents, gas, just a whole bunch of worrying about that status, you know, whatever, you know, all that bullshit. You know.
Well, I know somebody now who doesn't drive anymore, and I was like, oh fuck! I was like, how can you not drive? And she's just like, I don't want to pay for car insurance. I don't want to pay for registration. I don't want all that bullshit. And she's like, I'm saving money. And you know, to me, it seems crazy.
And she takes the bus, right?
Yeah, she takes the bus, and that's just her
And it's
thing.
great. It's great, but you wouldn't date her because she takes the bus.
Actually, I used to date her.
I know.
Do you know who it is? Well,
Oh yeah. I'm
if
just saying, but still, not driving is not a problem. But I just think it's I decided to throw that.
No, actually, it's you know, it's somebody I dated some time ago, dude.
Yeah.
That I actually started talking to again.
Oh,
Fond.
okay.
Yeah, it's a certain dangerous insect.
Okay.
You know, that we've kind of started talking again, and we become cool again. You know, talking wise. We're
Nice. But I guess the point is that she doesn't drive, and you're like, why? You're almost like condescending, and even though you don't drive
no,
yourself.
actually, I try to stay away from that. But when she explains her reasoning, I'm like, oh. Fuck.
But my point is that what do you mean try to stay away? You shouldn't even be thinking that at all, considering, right?
Well, in the sense of try to stay away because last time we dated, it didn't go so well.
Oh, I'm talking about more about the condescension for like not driving, because you actually said you actually as a non-driver yourself were like condescending her, like almost
not directly to her.
No, but
in
I'm
my mind,
saying in
I'm
your
kinda
mind,
like,
yeah, of course, that's what I'm saying. Like you were
Oh, yeah.
thinking instinctively, even though if you thought about it, you'd be like, how can I fucking do that?
Well, but look, I dated Blue Jay who didn't drive.
I know. My point is that you can't drive yourself. So it's funny that you actually instinctively think that just because you can drive, you should, even though you don't drive yourself, get along perfectly fine and maintain your business.
Sure.
You still have a stigma against people who do choose not to drive, even though you can't drive yourself.
I guess for me, it's like, well, if you got the ability, why not do it? You know, or something.
See, which is ridiculous in a way. You think about it.
Well, and it is. You know, it's my psychosis.
Yeah, because I'm in a similar way. I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, well, you don't drive. Like, you almost think like, well, do you fucking too poor to afford a car, or you just don't have the mindset. You know, even though isn't that weird though?
Was our friend, our mutual friend, a certain reptile.
Yeah.
And when she said, you know, well, if a guy doesn't drive, I'm not fucking with him. You know, and at first I thought, what a bitch, and then I was like, wait a minute, okay. You got a point there. You know, I see why.
But
she was like, you know,
true.
I can't drive, so fuck. Somebody's gonna have to drive. You know.
But for me, I guess maybe I would have thought that a while. Well, actually, I never thought that. I always thought that was fucking stupid because for me, it's a stigma against non-driving because that's what it is for guys, at least. I'm not sure about for girls, but for guys, if you don't drive, it's a status symbol. And not overall. The smart women are going to be like, I don't care. But you know, but the weight of society, because that's what society feels like to me. It's like a weight. It's like, and that's like we catch ourselves finding shit that we do every day, like just this right here. This is something we've just caught, or we've known about it before, but it's still ridiculous that we can't drive, and we don't drive, and we hate people saying, "Oh, well, you can't drive," and it bugs us the fuck out of us. Yet we judge people who don't drive. You know how fucking crazy. You know how crazy that is. You know how fucking loopy.
You sighted. Like, okay, you think about the same sighted person. See, that's it too, dude. When you think about the sighted person who's judging you for not being able to drive, and then you find another sighted person who does not drive, and you're like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah, and you're like, what's wrong with them? Why aren't they driving?
Right, but it kind of goes back to your groupthink thing.
Exactly, and that's why it's constant, and that's why it's scary, and that's why, in a way, in a sad way, the boogeyman theory
kind of plays out.
Kind of exists, but it's only because people don't think about this kind of thing all the time. I mean, I think it's the most important thing right now to be aware of is how our society is affecting us as individuals, because our society is not. You can't shut it off. You can shut it off. You just don't, because we're addicted to it. But like our society's everywhere. It's on our phones. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it.
No,
I mean,
no.
before it was easier to be a little bit more, reasonable, but now it's almost like you can't get away from the influences of it.
No, you really can't. It's like
I mean,
in some way, even if you're not on the computer, or you're not on the internet, there's still things that do influence your thinking. And,
well, of course,
and
everything is a constant vigilance.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, that's why I've got a friend who's who refuses to use a cell phone, who refuses to use internet, who all that kind of shit. But it's like, okay, but there's still shit. Even though you want to live back in 1975 or whatever,
of course,
there's still shit that drives you that certain way, man.
Well, it's all a choice, though, and it's all a choice. So if you want to go into do certain things in society, then if you don't want to be involved in a lot of society, then you have the choice to make, and you can make that choice. Like you can make the choice to have a TV and a telephone, and no internet, right?
Sure, that's how he does it.
And you watch TV, you get your information from TV, and that might not be the most You think?
Well, it's funny because he'll call me up and ask me about shit that he heard in these magazines. What does it mean? When something about I forgot what he's asking me, dude. Something about a website or some. And I said, well, yeah, dude. That means you'd have to download the the information off their website. And he's like, oh, okay. But still, it's like, okay, even though you don't want to be part of it, you're still kind of part of it because you have questions about it.
Because you can't get away from it because it's society. It's like the Amish. They don't get away from us. They just simply endure us.
Yeah, pretty much.
And they endure us, and they have to go through it and try to. It's almost like la 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 la. I can't hear you. I can't see you, which is fine.
Yeah, we're still there.
Like I do it myself in some ways. Like I don't have a Twitter account. Fuck Twitter, dude.
I do have a Twitter actually.
I hate Twitter, dude.
But Twitter's kind of gay, actually.
Twitter fucking sucks.
You can't really post much.
You can't do anything on Twitter. Facebook's my limit. I don't want to. Instagram, all other shit. I don't give a fuck about any of it, dude. None of it.
It's just probably good. It's probably good you're not as into it. I made a Twitter and I made a LinkedIn. They're both pains in my ass. So.
Yeah. See, I don't want any part of it. Facebook's as far as I'll go. I have a Meetup group, which is great because that's actually the great thing about Meetup is, and that might be something you might want to get on. Is called Meetup.com.
I'm on Meetup.
So go to a
Meetup profile and
find shit you like and go to a Meetup.
That's dude. That's the other thing. There's a speed dating thing that I've been trying to get to at some point.
Fuck speed dating. I'm not. That's bull. Oh, fuck that, dude. Okay, do that. No, you do what you want. Go for it. Yeah, great. Speed
I just want to try it out, man.
Of course, man. You want the instant gratification date system, which you completely rail against. So yeah, go for it, man.
Hey, I just want to play with it.
Of course
man.
you do. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not going there to find the woman of my dreams.
And then you'll bitch about it on your Facebook, and then you'll go back for like 4 more times and bitch about it again, just like you do all the goddamn single sites that you don't go to anymore. You still talk about all the fucking time.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not saying you. It's everybody. I do my thing too, like my games and shit, man. It's like I'm a gamer.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously there's something.
You're like okay, these games are fun, but they're all right, but they come on. You got to see some of the appeal of it a little bit.
Well, okay, I just want to try it out. I hear about it all the time. I want to see what it's like. That's all.
Okay.
And hey, man, it's just something for me to do. I mean,
it is. But there's other. But you can go deeper with Meetup. It's not about dating, dude. Go literally look up a group you want to find out. Like, do you like personality types or another
there's a bunch of shit
group
on there, dude. I clicked on there. There's like supernatural groups that I was checking out.
Yeah, dude.
There's fucking
go. Try it out.
Energy healing groups and shit.
Or don't try it out. I tried a couple of groups out myself. I started, of course, I got the improv group. That's my group. That's my.
I mean, there might be some bullshitty groups. Hell, I was even looking for barefoot groups, but all I saw were like barefoot.
No. All right, so we paused for a bit. So I don't know. That just happened right at the end where that sound came in. Max.
So it happened right when it happened, when the noise came.
When the noise came, so we didn't miss.
Okay, so we didn't miss much.
No.
But yeah, dude, I want to try the speed dating, just see what it's like. It's an adventure. It's something to do.
It actually might be interesting. I wonder how they're going to do that with a. It'd be interesting if you'll get the usual like shit with a blind person.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
You know, like, oh my God, how are we going to do this with blind person? It's a speed dating.
Well, and this was funny because I wrote the guy and asked him that. You know, I was like, you have to mark the cards and not be able to see. And he was like, actually, you pick your choices online. And I'm like, oh, okay. So the fact that, he's already kind of progressive thinking, I'm like, oh, all right, well, let's see.
Do it, man. Try it out. There's nothing against that. I just think it's funny. I would.
Yeah.
That's not my thing, so.
No, I'm sure.
Obviously. As you know, anybody who listens and knows cruise control knows I'm the fucking Herman. I'm the Herman on Mount Bouladu. Like, I'm standing in I'm in my little cave.
But for me, man, I just want to try it. I want to see what it's like.
I'll come down every other Monday for an improv session.
Oh, yeah. See, and that's the thing, like the improv shit. Oh, dude, speaking of that, our most hated improv. Good old Raid, man.
Yeah, what happened now?
Oh, it just seems like everybody hates his ass, dude. Like on Facebook, when he posts shit, people are like, you write like a drunken 12-year-old. And, I think he's got one friend who, like, pretty much backs him up all the time. And she was like, oh, you guys are like the junior high bullies that are, beating on the new kid or beating on the kid.
So you've focused on his friendship lately, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you, dude. I finally saw the video.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Where he got his ass whooped, dude.
Yeah.
When the dude kicked him in the fucking stomach, dude. and to be honest, the motherfucker deserved it. Dude.
He was a dick, dude. He's a dick. He's an asshole.
Well, dude, he's really... I mean, I didn't see that side of him at improv. I thought he was a little bit annoying at improv. But, dude, in those videos, I saw several videos where he's talking shit and just getting...
Yeah, he's considered one of the best, he was, I don't know if he still is, but one of the most well-known hecklers for the Vegas amateur comedy scene. The fucking open mic comedy scene.
Dude, why? Why would you want to be known as that?
Because he's fucking... He needs it, man. That's why he paints his clothes, dude. He needs that. He needs to be different and sparkle. He has to find a way to make it happen.
Dude, okay. Does he think it's gonna blow him up in the Give a Kid
name?
I don't
know. I mean, I'm doing a basic psychoanalysis of him. I don't know him, but from what I understand, that's all he wanted to do was just get attention. I need attention.
So just pay attention to me.
Yes, that's why he wears. Now you sound a little different now.
I was leaning to the side. I was scratching my back. Sorry, man.
Oh, you're scratching.
Do I sound better now?
Your balls. You sound okay. You're still a little bit far. I think you'll be all right though. On the.
Do I sound? How about now, man?
Sound good. Yeah.
Okay. I was leaning to the side, scratching my back a little bit.
Hey, you sound fine. I sound pretty loud, don't I?
You sound perfect.
Okay, good.
So, but yeah, dude, he's kind of a. I don't know. Just the two videos I saw. The one where he got kicked in the stomach. The second one where he was just, these people were doing I guess these guys were doing a podcast, and he was talking shit and going, how many views do you have on your YouTube? And I was like, oh, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and it's funny, the YouTube he has a lot. I think it's the same. Holy fuck. You know what? Fuck, let's find something here.
Oh, you want to pull up his YouTube? Yeah, let's see a video of his.
Some Raid here.
I want to see if he's any good. Like, does he have any videos where he's actually doing some stand-up and being funny at any point?
Let's see, rating. I don't know if I can find this again.
Remember, he spells it like rad, R-A-D.
Heckler versus R-A-D?
R-A-D.
R-A-D, that's right.
It's not spelled like R-A-I-D, it's spelled like R-A-D. It looks like rad. And his last name is Zon, Z-O-N.
Z-O-N? So you've seen his shit on there too, or?
Oh, well, I just saw, like I said, I saw the one where he got kicked in the stomach.
Heckler versus comic Raid Zone. Oh, Raid Zone?
Well, on Facebook it's Z-O-N, but maybe let's see. Let's check his shit out.
Here's another one. This is another heckler thing here.
Oh, he's heckling somebody?
Oh, this is the one, Disrupt Podcast before Easter, and this is probably the one you...
I saw that
I haven't
one.
seen this one, though. I want to check it out real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much Raid Zone in the house.
Where's the best at? Over there.
At your mom's house.
Look at these angry men. It's in the back.
It's over there. Yeah, these guys are coming in.
Walking aggressively towards
These comedians are getting on the list.
We're gonna have, I wish this was live so people could know that Raid Zone's in the house.
Oh, Periscope's on. So if anybody's watching that Periscope right now, then...
And he threatened to fight me on Facebook.
Oh, awesome. Well, that clearly won't work out well for him.
No,
And your past fights are an indicator.
Everybody knows his weak spot.
All right.
Yeah, see, these guys are alive and they're focusing way too much on his ass, dude.
When does he? Because there's a point in there where he starts talking shit.
All right.
And he's like,
Well,
"I got 50,000 hits on my
But the
YouTube,
thing is,
blah, blah, blah."
they are the ones that seem to have antagonized him to
like
start.
they're egging him on a little bit, huh?
Yeah, they want him to be on because they're bitches and can't do their own shit. Let's try to go further.
Let's play with Raid.
All right, see here.
Oh, actually, that was a question I was asking. Would you rather be...
Dude, I would have given so much to be Freddie Carrera in that moment. Just like,
That's the guy making the money.
I just made money on the internet.
If somebody made a remix of it with Street Fighter...
Oh, they're talking about when he got hit.
Hadouken. That'd be cool.
These guys, fuck.
Round 2.
All right.
Fight.
All right.
You lose.
Well, John, it's been fun having you on the old
Oh, we're already
Eastern
done?
Live podcast. Yeah, we're good. We're gonna go. We should get some shots in us.
These guys, I can't watch this anymore. You know, not because of Raid.
Well, actually, Raid's not even really been shown in that, but
Yeah, they were talking shit about him, but I guess here's the podcast. The problem with that podcast is that it fucking sucked ass, dude.
well,
makes me feel better about myself being able just to bullshit on this shit. And,
yeah, like this is some real shit as opposed to some thing that they go to a club and do.
okay, so anyways, yeah, Raid, I don't find his shit. I don't want to get too distracted by that, but
Yeah, but it's just funny, you know, like, and I guess that's why I really haven't, because, dude, those improv groups are kind of like, you know, sort of like dumping grounds for those kind of people, like the weirdos, the fucking, you know. So that's why I've never really gotten back into doing any improv, you know?
I don't know. I think, yeah, I guess I could see why.
Look how many weird motherfuckers we had come to our old group, dude. You know?
Yeah, you get some weird people, but that's the whole point. It's an alternative. It's not really alternative anymore. I mean, well,
not even weird in a cool way. They were like weird in a stupid way.
yeah, like weird and like I can be myself.
Yeah,
oh
like
shit!
fucking-
Don't be yourself. Go somewhere, right? I don't want you to be yourself. You know,
Like,
whatever.
There was a few dumb shit. Well, remember dude and his son that came and, you know, I'm going to pursue a career as an actor.
Yeah, that's true.
He brought his fucking cracked out.
Eric-
Dude, I saw his son, dude. Did I tell you?
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, you
At
saw him.
KFC. Yeah, that fucker was working at KFC. I was like,
hey,
damn.
dude, he was working, man. Fucker.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's working at least. Shit. That's good. Thought he might have been, you know, like incarcerated by now.
Well, that might be something that happens.
But that wasn't the only one, dude. There were some other weird motherfuckers.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the with any group actually. I don't know if you'd find more with improv. You might find more people who are more outwardly weird because that's improv. I mean, you have to have some to get into improv. You have to have the urge to be goofy in front of other people. You have to have the urge to be
okay. I dig
to
that,
express
but at the
yourself.
same time, you know, there's several weird. There's weird people that are cool because they embrace their weirdness and that's who they are. But there's other people that are weird that try too hard to fit in, man.
Yeah, but and you're going to get both, and you can't get one without the other. I guess.
Well,
is
I
the
know,
problem, yeah.
I know.
But I
It's
think
just, man,
you'd still get a kick out of a certain group. But the problem is the group you'd need would have to be.
They got to be able to get blue, man.
They got to be able to get blue, and they got to be able to get by the blindness. So the bees.
Well,
basically.
and see, dude, that was another issue that I ran up against. You know, there
And
was
what?
always-
And it's not necessarily a problem with because there's certain games that you like that you were never put in, right?
Yeah, well, but you know, it just wasn't that. But it was just the way people came across to you sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's just the way any
step.
Yeah,
And
it's
you're like,
just
shut
gonna
the
just
fuck
gonna
up.
happen for anybody, man. And unfortunately, with us in groups, it's just gonna be that way.
Sure, and there's always going to be.
Maybe
but,
that's why you have never. Let's think about this, man. You really haven't joined any groups.
No, I'm kind of tired of groups.
Well, no, but I'm saying, but I think that's wise because you just have too many of those people that are just like, oh fuck.
Yeah, there's
'Cause-
to be Sidey McJesus.
Let's think about this as a theory, man. If you were in a group of 10 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're almost guaranteed to have 30% to 40% at least be need to be broken in, need to learn the deal,
to be educated,
to
right?
learn the deal. So and then you're gonna have like 2 of those 3 people that are just never gonna fucking get it, right?
Right.
So
right.
you're always gonna have 1 or 2 people there every time you're there constantly fucking being that person.
Yeah, and I guess, dude, after a while, you just kind of don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. And,
You know?
and the problem is that even after all the years you were in LVIP, there were always those people every fucking week.
Yeah, and well, but you know what? There were still things that made the good outweigh the bad.
I know, but there were, but those they finally got to you, and you were just like, fuck it, you know.
Yeah, well, that was some of it, and then like I said,
the not
Shelf coming
blue,
in
not
didn't
being
help.
able to offend people, and just say disgusting things just to be disgusting.
Right, you know what I like to do, man.
Yeah, I know.
So blue and blindness, man, are my two B-dubs, man.
The B-dubs, man.
That why I'm not really tripping off
I
the
think
whole.
I think you can find more now than there was back then. I think there's
Well,
a lot.
even the group that you were in for a while, the beer and what was it called?
Free
Three
beer.
Beers and which one?
Free beer.
Free beer. You're right. Even those guys, dude, I thought they were kind of dickish to you when you were there, man. I was like, damn, these guys are kind of assholes. You know?
I don't think it had anything to do with my site. I think it had just to do with them being younger,
Assholes.
self-absorbed.
You know?
Yeah, well, they were. It wasn't. I think here's the problem with that I have with free beer, and in most improv groups and improv things is it wasn't the group itself. It's that every show, after the shows were over, we would meet for an hour at least and go over every fucking scene.
Wow.
In every scene, what was good about the scene, what worked about the scene, what was bad about the scene, blah, blah, burpity derp.
Was it videotaped? Is that why?
No, it was just, we just went over what, like, the people who were, like, there's a couple, there was a guy who was kind of like a leader and took notes and stuff during the show and would talk to us about it after the show.
Oh, wow. And you start calling people on their shit.
It was just like, well, you didn't do this, like then someone got on me, remember the whole,
Well, I remember your thing where you did the boys like this, and they were like, no, that's racist. And you were like,
Or-
what about when I do the fucking redneck? Oh, well, that's different.
yeah.
See, it's shit like that, dude. That
Or
I
the
don't like,
retard thing,
man.
when I acted like a retard in one scene. They're like, oh, you can't act like that. I'm like, why?
Yeah, that bullshit, dude.
Yeah, but see, that's the whole thing, like that, and so that's what I didn't like. It wasn't the people. The people were actually okay. I mean, they were decent people in there somewhat, but you know, I mean, I didn't get close to them because my problem was that everything was about like, well, I don't want to.
Almost that kind of shit, dude. Almost it makes you want to alienate them right away. Like, okay, dude.
Well, my thing about it was that it brought attention that didn't need to be there. Like, I don't need to go over every goddamn scene. It's improv. You know, I'll do good,
Right.
I'll do bad sometimes. You know, oh, well, you're making.
And the
If
fact
someone,
you're
if someone
being
says,
checked up,
hey, so all
like-
someone has to say is, hey, man, you're kind of resorting to this a little bit too much. You're getting your habits are okay. Like maybe every once in a while make a point of, but
Right, but
going
dude,
over every fucking scene, every goddamn moment, analyzing it for this and that. It just was a stressful thing because it made me feel.
It's kind of funny though, dude. As groupthinky ass niggas, you know, they sure pointed out that you made fun of a retard, but yet at the same time, I bet you they're very focused on your disability.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
no, they didn't give a shit about that. That wasn't.
So they didn't give a fuck about that. Okay,
They never
all right,
was an
all
issue
right.
because it never came up in terms of
It never. Okay,
Well, and if
all
it
right.
did come up, I made a point of letting it be known before, like okay, like the certain games.
Dude, I can't see when this
I can't
happens,
see
so
when
you
this
do it.
happens. I'm going to let you know. That was my responsibility to do so because that's my problem, not theirs. Right?
Well, you know, another big thing with me is censorship. But actually, this is kind of funny you brought this up. On Experience Project, this is one of the big turnoffs. If you write a story where you say things, you know, there's certain buzzwords, you know, and things like that, you know, they'll say, well, your story is, you know, a little bit too harsh and we have to review it. And if you feel this was done by mistake, click appeal. And I'm like, oh my God, really? Or even messages. When you send somebody a message, you know, it might say, whoa, ho, your message was a little bit, you know, you used a little bit of too much profanity and blah, 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 blah. Here are our guidelines. Please look at our, and I'm like, dude, I shouldn't fucking have to worry about what kind of message or what kind of story I post.
You're wrong.
Why is that?
Because it's not your place. You want a place where you can post that. You make your own place. You're using a space that is theirs and that is theirs to use as they want to use. If they want to be all Christian, that's their problem. That's their thing. Your problem. It's your problem if you're going to go there and complain about their rules.
Okay,
you're
I'm
using
sending
their
a private
website.
message to somebody who
Doesn't
has
matter. It's on their website. You're doing it through their
okay,
website.
I'm sending a message to somebody who has profanity in their name. They're, you know what I'm
It
saying?
doesn't
Like,
matter.
this is-
It's probably an auto message from their people, right? It's probably an auto message from their system.
yeah, it's their system.
So yeah, you don't might lock their system. So get the fuck off the site. Then that's their prerogative to put whatever messages they want. You are not paying for the site. You're not paying for the hosting. You're not paying for any of the messaging being sent. You're not paying for the emails that are being received or anything you're doing. You're simply using their site and getting pissed off because they have the rules on their site.
I mean, that's
Nope.
that's kind of bullshitty though. It's
No,
like,
it's not.
Oh,
Not at all.
Facebook is free, so
Nope.
therefore you should just let them fuck with you.
Yeah,
you know?
of course. Because you think the servers are free? You think that just doesn't cost money to run?
Oh yeah, I know. Poor corporate Jim. He's no.
Okay, no.
Ain't out
You're
the
being
pocket
ridiculous,
for me.
dude. Okay, fine. Then start one yourself. Start it. Go for it. Let's do it. Start it. Do it. Start it yourself. So I'm serious, dude. This is. You shouldn't be pissed off at any site for having their own rules. If you don't like the rules of their sites, then don't use that site. Do not get mad at the site for that rule. Don't use the site if they have those rules.
Well, I mean, if I'm sending a private message to
It's
somebody,
not a private message. You think it's private? You're It's ridiculous. Anybody who owns that site can see that message. Shit, man, it's not private. Give me a fucking break, dude. You're using their servers. It's not
I'm
private.
messaging a person on the site though.
So
you know?
it's not. So what? It's their site. They signed up on the same site you did. It's not your site. It's not their site. It's not your message. Everything you post on there is public. Everything, even the private ones. Everything.
Yeah, well,
Everything on Facebook is public.
Well, this wasn't Facebook. This was
Everything on any site is public, because for them, I mean, they own everything that you're sending. They own you signed up on their site. You agree to their terms of use.
Yeah, but me and this person talk like this back and forth all the time. We get, I mean, this is what we do. That's how we interact.
Well, I'm sure it is, and they have a right to do whatever they want to during that time. If you want to actually interact in some other way that's different, then get on your phones or get on a less private, on a less public place and do it. If they have a problem with what you're doing, it's not their problem. It's yours.
Yeah.
Because you don't pay anything for the site. You're on there for free. You're using their servers, which costs money and electricity. You're using their programming. You're using their site, and they have every right to do whatever the fuck they want with anything that you post there. So that's why you should be very careful of what you post at any of those sites, because they have ownership of all of it.
Yeah.
They do, man. Facebook even too, obviously.
Yeah, well, yeah, Facebook's proven that, But
YouTube right now, like the shit, like I would not be surprised if someone came along and decided that our shit was too extreme, that they would post a complaint against us and have our shit removed, and and YouTube probably would do it because they would rather not have to deal with any controversy or bullshit.
Right, that's why we got to get on iTunes jingles.
It doesn't matter what we get on.
Well, that's the point. It's
we're just rolling. We're rolling on this, and what I'm saying is, if our shit's taken down at some point. I would not be surprised, man, and I would not be like, "Oh my God, it's terrible." But unfortunately, we're using their equipment and their fucking website and their terms of use. When you sign up for the services, you actually agree to that long ass fucking terms of use.
It's funny because none of us read it, probably.
Yes, well, of course,
I don't.
but that's not their fault. They are doing it. And they have it written there, and if you did read it, you'd understand exactly what it was saying. It's your choice not to read that, and it's your choice to deal with the consequences of not reading that, right?
Right, yeah.
I mean, if you don't, you can say, oh, well, it's there, but I didn't read it because it's too long. Well, then you're a fucking moron if you don't want to read that. If you're really serious about your shit and you're worried about that, then you read that shit. Otherwise, don't bitch, right?
Yeah, well,
it's true.
Like everything.
It's like anything else.
Don't bitch,
like those people are going to be fucking with you, man, and that's the way it makes it simple, because they have these huge ass paragraphs of shit that they know most people aren't going to read, and so they know they can just get people.
Just
that
agree
way.
to get it on the site,
to get on their shit and to talk to people and to get through all that bullshit. So they agree to all this shit that they don't even know they're agreeing to, and we all do it. I do it. I don't fucking read that shit. I'm not saying I do.
Right.
I'm just saying that since I don't read it, I realize that it's my fucking deal. So like I that's why I'm not too crazy. I just with this YouTube stuff, whatever happens with this show, it's fun doing it. I love it. I love seeing it on there, and especially you're fucking it's funny, you love to respond to that those fucking
it's
people.
fun. Yeah,
exactly. See, you think it's fun. You're not stressed out about it at all. It makes you happy.
No. If anything, I'm ecstatic to have
because if
response.
you got banned from YouTube, you'd be pissed, but you'd be like, hey, I got banned from YouTube.
Well, I would use it as some kind of bragging right.
Yeah,
Sure.
you would do something. You'd find some other way to express yourself.
Of course, I do, man. I'm very what's the word? Resourceful.
Yeah, we both do, man.
So yeah, it's kind of funny, and you're right. I guess you hit a point earlier. That's why I wish this person would be cool about talking to me on the phone or doing different kind of communication.
But that's not happening.
No, it's not.
So that's frustrating. So you have to go through the same fucking bullshit.
Yeah, it's like, God damn it! If we could just talk normally, we could not have to deal with it.
But that's where your warning sign needs to come up.
Yeah,
because if she's not willing to go that further and actually talk, then you know what it is,
Yeah, something. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. We'll have to. Well, I'll have to see where that goes.
Have to see where it goes. But yeah, those sites, man. Unfortunately, they have the power because they are the ones supplying the fucking service.
Right.
So it's that fucking simple. These sites, Facebook, all that stuff, you can rail against all they want and do all that stuff. If you're addicted to them, you're going to be coming back and you're going to just be adapting, or else you're going to have to leave. Right?
Oh wow. Yeah.
And that's the corporate. That's how it works, man. It's fucking insidious, dude.
Don't be Dimby Darley and the Harley.
And that's the thing about YouTube, man. When you go fucking on YouTube, man, you have your favorites, right? You have your favorites. You're subscribed. You subscribe to different groups, obviously.
I've subscribed to, and those have subscribed to me.
And then you've got your little list that every day they have new videos. Like, oh, new videos.
Oh, I get emailed all the time. So it's uploaded this.
Yeah, and you're like, and so you go there and you love it and you're addicted, like I am too. And that's why YouTube, man. I've got a list, man. I go through. I click on my daily, man. I've got like whatever videos are up that day. I'll go through I watch them every day after work, and it's like clockwork, dude.
Just what you do.
Dude, it's what we do. It's just society now, man. It's the way society is, dude. And that's the crazy thing is that they know that, and that's they've got us, man.
Yeah,
they've got us, man. We're all fucked, dude. We don't know what we're gonna do. I don't even know, man. It's man. I look around me, dude, and I see like the world, man, and there's all this shit going on, man, and I just feel like we're being pushed into a corner. Don't you feel that way too, Voto?
Man, you know what, man? I'll tell you what, man. It's like they got our hands locked. They got us locked up in a pin, man. We're in like the pinta. We can't move unless the Huda says so, eh?
Hey, dude, man?
Some bullshit, man.
I feel like we're like a bottle of tequila, man, that has like a stopper in it that's been turned over, right? And the stopper has a small hole, and there's like a fucking needle in that hole. And they're just motherfucking pulling out that needle, and all we see is these drops of fucking tequila falling from this bottle that aren't being drunk. And it's like fucking our lives, man. It's like how we live, man. It's like how we live in this world.
How we live?
How we live in this world.
How we live
How we live, because my train, my boy.
I tell you what. They're racist against Mexicans.
Mexicans.
Hey, you suck my anti-Mexican dick. Remember that.
Oh, yeah. I think it's...
We sound gay. Yes. Or no, you sound gay, according to you.
Wait a second there. Listen.
Yes.
Listen, there is nothing wrong. You know what? Hold on a second. I'm sorry, Jeff. Hey, man, what the fuck? Listen, I'm sorry. I had to take over. Just stop. Listen, sir. There is nothing wrong with being gay. Listen, mister, whoever's listening out there, gayness is actually special.
Yeah, and so
because
is bestiality.
Being gay means you've survived. No. Well, yes, exactly. Maybe bestiality is
bestiality
for you.
Is
maybe in your culture it is, but in mine, being gay is a badge of fucking honor, in my opinion, because we've been through much more. You know, one time I was in a store and someone stared at me and they snickered. They went, and you know how that tore me in my soul. There's like someone shoving a hot iron up my asshole when I thought it was gonna be your schlong.
Hold on, man. Who the fuck? Jesus Christ, you son of a bitch! Get up! Get up!
Oh my goodness! No way!
Hello. Sorry, it took me
Oh my God, you're here.
It took me a minute.
Oh my goodness, I'm
here
so... Oh my God!
Let's talk about how hard things are
Oh,
for
I'm
us.
so happy to see you.
I'm happy to see you.
Oh, you.
So listen.
Yes.
This oppressive nature of the way things are nowadays.
Yes, I feel it.
I mean, there was a time.
Yes.
Where obviously things were probably a little harder for us to come out and be who we were.
Yes, like when we got our cocks cut off and we were strung from fences and that kind of thing. But go on, yes.
But now, even though that, they claim that they respect the way that gays live and,
yeah,
for us
that
to get
claim.
married, that kind of thing. But yet there's still a lot of prejudice.
It's out there. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I swear to God. Somebody the other week, right? Okay, last week, somebody actually asked me for fashion advice. Like they thought I was like new, and I was like, listen, just because I'm gay doesn't mean I actually have special powers and I'm better than other people. How dare you?
Oh Jesus!
I was so upset. Of course, I answered their question, and of course, I told them about how the scarf didn't match the shirt and whatever.
Oh,
but inside, I was just so upset because the stereotype is out there.
It's kind of like how you say black men have bigger cocks,
Yes,
I mean,
seriously. What are you
racist
doing?
statement,
You're
really, but-
muffling something. You're so muffled sounding right now. Why is
Am
that?
I really? How am I sounding now there,
You
Buckaroo?
sound not that much better. Why is that?
Oh, shit. I don't know. Give it a second there, Juicy Dick.
Hold on. Just pull forward.
Oh, pull forward.
Oh my God! There you go.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes. Maybe
Stop
we were
it.
just talking at once and it was muffling me.
Maybe it could have been. It could have been. But seriously, it was
like
pretty
we
bad.
Said, telling a black man has a big penis is very racist.
It's extremely
Very
racist.
demeaning, isn't
It's
it?
extremely. Especially when you say something like, "Oh, look at that little fucking bitch-ass white boy with the small-ass cock." That really actually it doesn't actually offend the white guy. It actually offends the black guy because you're saying the black guy has a big penis, so you're stereotyping the black guy.
Yes, exactly. You're putting him into a box.
Into a box.
A category he doesn't need to be.
And hopefully the box is butt shaped. It really is, seriously, because some of those guys, man, I've seen. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Hey,
put me into a box.
That's
like torture.
Torture, yes, depending on the box. Well, depend if you put me in a coffin, it'd be a euphoria.
Ooh.
Of course, you've done that several times
out for
before,
me.
my friend. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Oh, you.
Stop it.
You.
You.
Stop. Okay, let's just talk. I'm sorry. We have to just. I'm so glad we're in different cities right now because if we were in the same city, we'd be sitting on each other.
It's only a few weeks till I come down there.
Stop it now! Don't. Wait, you're coming too? Wait, I'm hiding myself too. I'm gonna try to get down here too, so we can both be here at the same time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You just wait. You just wait till I get off that airplane.
Well, hey, you better watch out here because there are people here. Okay.
Yes.
Who might actually just assume it's okay not to love us.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm not talking about the guys who are like, "Oh, what you're come on in, you're gay." There are people who might be like, "You're gay, I don't care." And I really want I want to warn you about those people because they are just as bad. As bad. Of course they are. Anyone who doesn't really accept and love us for who we are exceptionally and be overjoyed that we're gay.
They're not giving us accolades.
They're not.
Being
No,
gay
these
and
people
shit
are
that.
these people don't care that we're gay. Some people don't care.
Oh no.
Yes.
They don't care at all.
They don't care at all that we're gay.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yes, I told you. I knew. I had to warn. That's why I had to warn you because there are people who actually
there
are
a lot of those people there.
The majority here, honestly.
Oh my god, they're so prejudiced. Why do you live in such a prejudiced
because
place?
I endure. I endure. These people are like, all right, I don't give a shit about who you're fucking and what you're fucking, and I don't really care. There are some people here that will actually admit that they find gay sex disgusting.
What?
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes, there are gays here who will say, I mean, not gays, but of course, well, there are gays here that don't care, which is crazy. It's like they're numb to it. But there are just these people that are just like, oh, well, I don't care that you're gay, but I don't find gay sex. I think
Why
it's sick.
aren't they just okay? If they don't say that, like they have gay family members or they totally love what we do and are coming to our doors all the time and bringing us cakes because we're gay.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, they're just you have to deal with that. Like I mean, you just have to like go. Okay, there's some people who are just not a progressive. There's just some people. Like there was a guy, Jonathan. But don't worry. Like you're gonna meet my friend Jonathan. He's a fucking fantastic guy. Like the other day, he was like, you know what? He's like that guy right there. If I were a little tipsy, I'd let him stick his cock in my fucking butthole. And I was like, oh my God, Jonathan, you are so fucking awesome. Because then he was like, yeah, I know. And I'm like, what about me? And he's like, well, maybe after a few drinks. And I'm like, Jonathan, I am so happy you are my friend.
The fact that he's willing to take it.
And his wife was awesome about it too. His wife was like, I would watch because I love to watch two men fucking each other. In fact, she was like, if he pulled his cock out of my butthole, like she said this, she goes, if he pulled his cock out of your ass and it was covered with shit, I might actually join in. And I was just like, whoa. Just like seriously awesome shit right there. That's called acceptance. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
But there are people here who will be like, yeah, you're gay, and not give us any more like pleasure or any more fucking compliments or anything for it.
And that's what I say.
Yes.
What the world needs now is love.
Sweet love.
It's the only thing that there's just too little of.
Oh, it's so true. Let's sing it, girl. Sing it.
What the world needs
Oh, wait.
now
I'm so sorry.
is love. Sweet love.
I'm sorry. Stop. You have to stop for a second. I want to apologize for something.
Uh-oh.
I called you girl.
Oh, my God.
And I'm so sorry because
Oh,
you
my
are
God.
not.
You called me girl?
I know. Yes, I did. You can listen to the recording.
Oh,
I
my
said you
God,
go girl.
Tell me that.
I'm sorry. I know. I'm so sorry. You're not a girl. You're just. Oh my God! I just have to stop.
Here's the thing.
No, please. Just
let's get into this.
No, do not.
God, to talk about these people.
No, we're gonna stop talking. Let's change the subject. I'm gonna change the subject.
Hold on.
No, I'm
I'm
sorry.
talking about these people. These people get on my fucking
Charge the
nerves.
subject. No, please.
These transgenders.
No. Wait a second here.
These trans fucking genders.
Yes, I know.
God
I know
damn
you
it.
are a man. You are total man, and you are total gay. You are a proud male who is male and man, and you don't care.
But yet
to
these
be-
people
I-
aren't.
I
They're
didn't mean
ashamed of the sex that they're placed in.
I know you. I know. It's true. It's true. And especially for you, like, there's nothing wrong with being a strong gay man, like, who loves men. Right. You're right. I know. I didn't mean to. It's just, girl. I mean, God, you just.
Jesus, you do it again.
But you're just
I'm
my
not
girl.
transgender.
But I know, and I cannot help it. But I think you're just like my girl. I just think of you that way sometimes.
I'm not one of these trans people. Because they're just fucking weird anyway.
They're not.
Well, okay. There's something weird with them.
Well, listen.
They will
Anybody
date the opposite
who's
sex
not
sometimes.
anybody, we just both know. We've talked about this before. Anybody who's not like satisfied with the sex they are, and is like delusional. Excuse me.
They are.
Sorry, that
I
was a
have to
little
agree with
bubble
you on
from
that
earlier.
one.
I apologize. I had some fun here. You were gone. You're out across the country in Vegas.
Oh, but I'll be there very soon.
Stop it. Stop.
Ooh.
Because I don't know if I want you here now.
Oh, you don't want me there?
I don't know.
Why not? There's got to be a reason. Strange reason, no
There's
doubt.
strange reason. It's a simple.
You better hurry it up there. You better stand on it there, fucking Mario Andretti, because I've got to piss really soon.
Why don't you just go piss right now, and we'll be back in just a moment. We're going to be back in just a moment. Matter of fact,
let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to take a piss, and you take a pause. Okay.
All right, we're both right now. All right, we're back.
Jesus.
Oh well, no, we're back. We're back with us. Just real quick, just to let you guys know, we're gonna keep going up. Listen, Stefan.
What? Why'd you call me Stefan? I'm Maxwell, man.
I'm sorry. Well, you were before. I was
No.
gonna go with the character. I guess what I'm saying is right now, what we've been doing, we've been rolling, we've been riffing. We're gonna keep riffing for you guys, so you can listen if you want to. This part of the show is gonna be us improvising for a while at the end of the show, and we're gonna be doing this every show at this point. So after we go through our usual week's worth of rants and raves and observations, at the end of every show, we'll just do some improvisation. So
let's see how
we're
we
gonna do
do,
this. So we're gonna
especially-
pause our recording right now. We're gonna pause our recording, and we're gonna find some shit, and we're just gonna do some improv, just like we were doing for the last bit with our Stefan and Charles bit.
Yeah.
And we'll see what goes on and enjoy. If you don't like it, guess what you don't have to do?
Don't have to listen.
Yeah, bitches. Now. Wait.
Oh. Did we go too long?
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's resuming. 5, 4, 3, bent. Oh, shit. God damn.
But Daddy.
Hey, wait a second.
Daddy. What are you doing, Daddy?
I'm sorry, son. I had a moment there where I didn't know what was going on.
Well, Daddy, you always have those moments, don't you?
It was strange, son. I felt like a middle-aged white boy for a second there. I had a white boy accent and a white boy attitude. It was goddamn crazy. Let me tell you, son.
Did the police lock you up again?
When you live in this society, son, you gotta deal with all sorts of white oppression, even if you aren't being oppressed at the moment that you are being oppressed, because you're still being oppressed, but just in a different way, if you know what I'm saying, son.
You know what, Daddy? I've been there before. There's been times when I've been in the classroom and all of a sudden I start talking like the teacher because they be trying to make me speak like they do. That's oppression.
Son, have you been using full sentences? Have you been enunciating correctly?
Yeah.
Son, you motherfucker, what the hell you doing? I don't want you doing that shit no more, you little motherfucker.
I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm just trying to see if I can rise above the oppression.
Oh, man, you can't rise above the oppression. You gotta ride that goddamn wave and collect every bit of foam you find at the end of that motherfucker, son.
But, Daddy, I thought we trying to get out the ghetto.
Son, the ghetto can't get out of you, so you can't get out the ghetto.
So you mean, Daddy, we gonna be collecting welfare the rest of our lives?
Son, you got 2 TVs and a PlayStation 4. You have a 1080p system. You got upset when it was reduced to 720 because of some power outage. We had to reroute that shit, you know. And you got upset that one time when the hotspot we used on your Verizon phone, you know, didn't give you enough bandwidth to play your goddamn game. But still. Right?
But Daddy, still, we on welfare. That's how we done paid for all this stuff.
Goddamn right, and we gonna stay there.
So this is okay?
Of course it is.
But I thought that welfare was a form of oppression.
It's a form of oppression if you a white man. Because the white man, see, it's like a psychology, son.
Okay. I guess, Daddy, I need you to break this down to me.
Son, I've tried before to break this down to you. But I don't. Listen, I don't have the time or the inclination to break this down to you. I have things to do. I need to go
Daddy.
out and I need to make some money to support you and feed you.
Oh, speaking of which, Daddy, remember my album that I dropped a few years ago? The Sun Will Rise Again?
The Sun Will Rise Again, yeah.
Yeah, well, have you looked on CD Baby yet lately?
Let me check that shit.
It's starting to, I mean, it's blowing up, Daddy.
I have not noticed that.
Well,
by the way,
people
son,
find
will
it.
you go and make sure that my PlayStation is downloading the Call of Duty 3 game that I have on that shit, please?
Daddy, I can do that, but
Thank
this-
you. No, I want you to do that. I want you to also check the coffee maker I just bought. Yeah.
Okay. You want to make sure it got a pot of coffee in there for you?
Yeah, goddamn, make it black, like all black. Shit, I don't want that cream shit in there anywhere, motherfucker. If I see a goddamn little bit of cream anywhere near this shit, I'm gonna beat your goddamn ass.
Okay, Daddy, I promise I won't put no cream in your coffee.
You probably... Good, son. God damn, boy. God damn boy. Yes, son.
Daddy,
Yeah.
why is there milk in that coffee?
In that cough?
I thought you said there was not supposed to be any milk in your coffee. You didn't want no white in your coffee.
Well, there is some white in that coffee.
Yeah, Daddy, there is.
Mm-hmm. It's a ritual.
But you say you don't want no white in
Yes,
the coffee.
no, it's called the ritual of cleansing. It's what we do. What we do is we take the coffee. You don't know about this, son? Hold on a second.
No.
What we do, son, is we take the black coffee. Blackest coffee. Representing
Yeah,
the
Daddy.
blackness, right?
Yeah, Daddy.
We put the cup down.
Okay.
Take a drink of the coffee.
Okay, Daddy. Okay.
You want to zip your pants like we did before.
Okay. Okay, hold on, Daddy. Yeah, zip my pants. Okay, Daddy.
Then you proceed
Oh, Daddy.
to blast your masculine seed.
You mean I have to jack off in the coffee? You gonna drink my jizz?
No. You drink your own, son. What? Wait, well, hold on just a minute, boy. You gonna drink someone else's semen?
Daddy.
No,
I
you
thought
only
said-
drink your own semen.
Okay, so when I make myself a cup, I'm supposed to jack off into my own cup.
God damn right, that's what you're supposed to do, boy.
Okay, Daddy.
God damn, I thought you
Dad.
knew better. It's called cleansing. It's a cleanse.
I cleanse my own coffee because I'm drinking my own black seed. I understand.
Understand
Daddy.
what I'm saying, man? Just because it come out white don't mean that it ain't right. Because it still is, because it's got the might of being able to get past that plight. That's why we got ourselves to throw our load into our own coffee. Because we making our blackness blacker. That's what we do. It's a ritual.
Daddy, that's brilliant.
It's brilliant, man. Brell on the end, motherfucker.
Real to the motherfucking yet, Daddy.
Yeah, hey, listen, man, we gotta go for a bit. Something came up. And now, the 2016 presidential debate between. Now, here's your announcer, Jim Daunton. Introduce our debaters, Jim, please.
Well, tonight we have a great debate. We've got Harry Hagelmegan and John Farkelnarn representing the liberal side.
That's Harry Fagelnaden. Fagelnaden.
Harry Hagelmagen.
Hagelmagen. I'm sorry.
Yes, Harry
John
Hagelmagen.
Farkelnarn.
John Farkellarn.
Yeah,
so Harry Hagelmagen's the conservative, and John Farkellarn is
I'm sorry, I'm so unprepared. I am the moderator here, and I'll be asking a lot of the questions. My name is Jim Scarfkin, and as you know me on the evening news, we'll be debating. Let's introduce. It's Hagelmagen and Farkelnarn.
Yes, thank you. Glad to be here.
And you thank you for being here. And introduce yourself.
I'm Harry Hagelmagen from Boston, Massachusetts.
Okay, and thank you very much. So you've been in this race for a while.
Yes, I have.
Yes, you both.
I'll
have.
tell you what. I mean, after I've been in this race, there's not going to be much left. Not of this guy, at least.
Well, my name is Farkelnarn.
Well, okay, you sound a little different tonight, Farkellarn. What the hell did you do?
I forgot what my voice was supposed to sound like.
I think you were a little more, well,
Well, I'm drunk, so sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
See? Look
Feeling
at
kinda
this.
better.
Farkellarn's already come to the debate drunk. You see what I'm saying? You see what's wrong with these commie libbies?
Oh, sorry. Just fucking bent. I can't help myself. Hold on a second. Give me a moment.
Look at this fucking guy. He's a disgrace to our country. Do you really want him running our country when he's vomiting and belching all everywhere? Okay, God damn it.
Trying to. One moment, please. We'll be back. We're experiencing technical difficulties. Give us just a few moments and we're back and we'll be ready to enjoy this incredible experience that we're having.
Now, for a word from our sponsors. You find it hard often that you can't get your penis out of your zipper? Well, now, here's Light Zip.
Light Zip.
Light Zip is a brand new product to cause your penis to slide out of your zipper so it won't get stuck and jammed in there.
Getting your cock stuck in your zipper is a serious problem that happens to a lot of people. You need to combat this problem. That's why we have the serious music in the background, right?
That's right. Now, with Light Zipper, you too can zip your pants and not worry about getting stuck in your fucking zipper.
That's right. With these pants, your cock will never get stopped or blocked by a lock. You know what I'm saying?
And that's on the Bleazok, bitch ass nigga.
Goddamn right, cause we on the clock.
Yeah.
Cracking that beer and then taking stock.
Yeah, and nigga, you know it don't stop.
Yeah, my life is so hard. I got things that I do that just make me go in the yard. And I stare at myself. And then I wonder why I can't cry for help, because my life is so hard. I'm dealing with shit. I just don't know what to do, cause I can't quit, cause my family's on the line. And I won't let them down, cause I am a bitch in some ways, but I ain't no clowning for my family. You know I handle these business, motherfucking bitch ass trick. You have to witness me coming up, rising through the clouds, cause I was a bitch man. day, but now I'm fucking proud. Be the fucker. I've been raising my kids. I've been living with my wife. I've been handling my shit. I get drunk every night and I still ain't happy. But my kids are fucked up and that's crappy, but still, I'm living my life in the dream. American motherfucking living like the cream of the crop.
Yeah, it don't stop. Cause I'm gonna brag about what I don't got. I got 6 TVs and a lot of jewelry. And there's not a lot you can do to me when you hold me back. Cause I'm got wrinkles on my scroto sack. It's so nice, it's so great, cause you know I just maxed that weight. Not at the gym, but at the boat dock, cause when they deliver my cocaine, I don't got a whole lot, but yo, I make my family eat. And you know I just stand on the beat. And you know I'm so tight with it. And a lot of people, they don't like this shit.
Yeah, black people don't understand how they be living. They don't understand the privilege that they've been given by being alive in this nation that they've been living in for so long, but the hesitation causing them to give in. And oh god damn, man, what you gonna do? You gonna fuck with us niggas cause us niggas are true? No, you're fucking with the niggas who's fake. That's why their own citizens they fucking mistake.
Oh yeah.
For all these problems in our world, we need to come together.
We do. We need to join hands.
Join hands. Join hands. Come together. Join hands for the children who's had their parents shit on their faces. You might not understand this problem, but there are 10 to 12 people every year whose parents shit on their faces as young children. They don't report this incident, but it happens. Let's listen to Johnny's story. Johnny was 10 years old when the incident happened. Johnny?
I was very young.
Yes.
And my mom squatted over my face.
Okay.
She must have had a burrito or something.
Oh my goodness.
And it had salsa and guacamole and sour cream, and it just sprayed out, and pieces splashed my teeth, and I could taste pieces of her dinner as it rolled down my throat, and there was no way I could stop it. I gagged on hot chunks of it, but I had to ingest it. Either way it went. And I had that smell in my nostrils for 3 days, and there wasn't anything I could do.
Yeah. It's a terrible experience for Johnny, but you can help. Just 2 cents a day will allow Johnny the mental therapy he needs to get over from having a fecal matter drop from a exposed anus right over his forehead. Only you can help, but you can help right now. Operators are standing by to take your donation of 5 cents to 10 cents a day. I mean, shit, it doesn't even matter. Actually, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Shit. It does matter. And anyway, you
It matters in more ways than one.
Yes, you're
Fecal
right, Johnny.
matter.
Thank you, Johnny.
Digestive matter.
It all matters. Even if it splatters all over your face again, because you can't fuck with this shit, because you can't win. I have no idea how this sounds. I don't really care, because we've been on fucking 2.5 hours on the air. 2:23, 26, 27, we're still rolling with the shit, and we're having fun and letting shit come to us. Oh my god.
Scooly boogly, namba deeba daba dooba daba hooba laba kooba laba shlooba laba.
I think we get where that's going to. So tonight is the end at 2:33, 49, 51, 52. Actually, we'll keep going for a bit.
Yes.
But you know that we don't give a shit. So before we end this evening, you have to be aware that I'm Cruise Control.
And I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's
the
story. There. Bitches! Fuck you. Next time. South Park, maybe. We'll see. Later, bitches.